Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs.
Where the fuck is he standing? Wide the fuck open!
Thank you, maniacs.
How was he wide open?
20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs. 20,000 subs, thanks to the nation. You got our back like we eggs and bacon. Crack 'em if you got 'em, son. That be our war cry. Shotgun, street shots, boosting every stream live. Thank you, Canfana maniacs. We do this cause we know you got our back. 20K milestone, all because of you. Big shout out, fam, from the Can crew. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs, now let's go get that dub. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs. Thank you, maniacs, for 20,000 subs. Thank you, maniacs.
Come on, man, listen, man. Shout out to Canada, man. Shout out to the whole Cowboys Can fam. You feel what I'm saying, man? We're in the building, we're doing big things, and big things popping, little things stopping. We outside, worldwide. It ain't been stepped on.
Now the party's getting started, baby! Woo! 30 minutes.
Oh,
So
nice.
you guys can load up right now for $4 or $5 a drink.
Nice.
$5 a drink.
Oh, why didn't you call my middle
Hey.
name, son?
We're here to kick ass on this happy hour. We're gonna have to draft them if you got them, right? Draft them if you got them. Let's go.
Show call, baby!
What's up, baby? How you doing, brother? I'm good. Okay, call. What's up, man? Puro pinche Cowboys! Let's go. Point to the lips. Raise it, if you will. Come on, crack them if you got them, son. That was Vegas 2022.
2032, baby! Las Vegas! Let's go! Vegas! So those are the 4 top stadiums for Super Cowboy, baby.
I love it. Put your hand out.
Oh, yeah. But you gotta look up so people can think someone else is pouring it.
That's it.
We will get naked for money.
Naked for money!
Super Cowboy said when we're in Texas, we have to have a shiner beer. So he bought us a brown, fellas. Get him up.
Let's go!
Let's go!
We are El Destino, Cowboy Camp fans right here, man. We're doing our thing. Get ready. Thanksgiving, we beating them damn Giants. That's what's happening for real. Let's go.
We're like giant pussies.
I'm gonna guess the sizes.
Well, I think it should be pretty easy to guess. Medium.
Oh shit! Large. Who's a medium?
Let's go. We out here in Dallas doing our thing. Hey, much love to you guys. Keep doing your thing, baby. Happy Thanksgiving. Nothing but blessings. Let's go.
Beat the Cowboys, baby! Woo! Let's go!
You're gonna take it? Okay. All right.
Get it in your son, get it in your. Raise a toast and let it spin your. Cowboys fans are the best in the world, and Eagles fans are dirty words.
Fuck the Eagles!
Eagles fans are dirty words. Recovered a fumble, chug a beer, defensive interception. Chug a beer. If that pick does go for 6, get a screenshot in your kid. Then be the rules, then bend the rules for years. Get it in your son, get it in your. Raise a toast and let it spin your. Cowboys fans are the best in the world, and Eagles fans are dirty words. Eagles fans are dirty words.
Fuck the Eagles!
Snow is falling, folks are balling.
Hey!
Old man Jones.
Shout out to all you guys out there listening right now and just having a great Christmas with Ken, man.
Here at live at Levi Stadium, Niner territory, enemy territory. We're gonna go ask around, because I don't know about you, but I get this whiff of hate. So we're gonna ask everybody, why do they hate the Cowboys so much?
This is Niner land, territory. They were telling me that I was a piece of shit when I was walking through there.
Why do you hate the Cowboys so much?
I don't hate, because there ain't no hater bone in my motherfucking body.
Oh, I did not expect that. He might be the only one.
Although he sounded very angry.
We're coming in. Come on. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Nobody. Come this way. Why do you hate the Cowboys so much? I mean, we all know it. I tell you what was the question? Why do you hate the Cowboys so much?
Hey, man.
Hold on.
We don't hate. We just don't like.
They don't hate. He's the cool guy. He's down. Oh, no. Hey, hold on. Why do you hate the Cowboys so much? Okay, so they don't hate us, but they want to us. I don't get it. I don't get it. Let's get in here. Let's go.
Not because they hate or love us.
Seriously. Why do you hate the Cowboys?
They suck like
Why?
this guy.
Tell us why, though. Tell us why.
Cowboys suck.
Can you explain how?
They suck.
Video, and we're crashing the music video, asking them why they hate the Cowboys.
Is this a music video?
Here goes 60 kids. I hate the Cowboys because Jerry don't suck.
Go Cowboys! Go Cowboys!
Y'all say
Go Cowboys! Go Cowboys!
still winning.
You know, they say they don't hate, but it sounds like they hate. It sounds like they're being hateful.
Let's make sure we talk to the Most High.
Let's go talk to that guy making the video. Stunner man on turn with the Dak. Let me ask you. Get the camera. Cowboys can't ban. 1 second. Where are the odds?
I don't like to see that!
We just walked into the heart of Niner faithful and walked out alive. Look to my left. Oh, I see you.
I came from nowhere, brother.
I came from nowhere! You know exactly where I came from, and I'll see you soon! No! I will Hey, I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna be too soon, okay? But that's how we do. I am here live at Levi Stadium. The brother of the devil himself, Clayton, is enjoying his time here And we got two. What the fuck is this? A fucking Raiders fan? He's got a Jacobs jersey and Jacobs not a Raider. I don't even know. That guy's confused.
She's wearing a shirt of a guy wearing a shirt.
Yeah. What's this shirt? What kind of message are you trying to share with people right now?
It speaks for itself. Yeah.
Okay.
And we love Kittle. And we love Kittle. And he got fined for doing it, so it's a homage to Kittle.
You know, Kittle just got caught for having and you're still wearing your shirt? Okay, that was a lie. I did lie about that. Get him out of here! These
So we are now multiple drinks in. We've walked around, we've tailgated. Clayton has done mushrooms. How are you feeling, Clayton? We're here, we're at Levi Stadium, pre-game. Everybody's happy, everybody thinks their team's gonna win. How do you feel in this moment?
I love it. I mean, this tailgate has been actually really awesome for everyone involved. I like the 49ers fans, you know. They love their team. They're giving us a little bit of some fucking...
A lot of fuck Dallas shirts.
A lot of fuck Dallas shirts. No! Let's go back and wrap us up.
Do you think we're allowed to film in here? You were 100% right. They're out of a lot of stuff. The guys right now, they're bartering with what we're gonna order because everything's sold out.
What's your
Hey. Crack when you got him, son. That drip, baby. Get that drip in you. 89 calories of pure sexual desire. I'm waiting for Ad to get it.
Oh, there it is.
Crack 'em if you got 'em.
And then, I mean, yeah, I'll get my one solo drip of the night in. Drip, I got the dark cherry flavor for all your cherry needs. Crack 'em if you got 'em. That's drip. Hard seltzer, like AJ said, only 89 calories. Yeah, we start off with an ad read. That's how hype we are right now in this Wednesday main event with the bandwagon boys and myself.
You know what? Nothing makes you cope better with a Dallas Cowboys loss than a Philadelphia Eagles loss on Monday Night Football in overtime with a pick.
Man, what the dude? Okay, people. Okay, we're jumping into it.
Let's just get nasty with it.
But hang on a second, though.
Well,
what? Because I
what
was
now?
Bad hands runs in the family.
No, because I was gonna say because I'm wearing my Philly
you got the Philly suction.
We got 2 words for you.
But you guys didn't know I could get that right hand.
Look at that. Look at that. That's a heavy leg. That's probably a fucking 80-pound ham hock.
That's a ham hock right there. But no, that like AJ had said and like Ad said, Philly sucks. They lost on Monday night, and there is no better cure for a Cowboys loss than a Philadelphia Eagles win. Because if the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Chargers on Monday night in that overtime game, it makes the Dallas Cowboys' path to the postseason a lot more difficult.
And also the more beautiful thing, really, because a good loss, and those do happen. We don't like to talk about them, but we've all witnessed them. Our team have a good loss. You don't really get mad. I love that the losses are causing the Philadelphia Eagles fans to lose their shit, to attack one another, to attack the team. I think the offensive coordinator had his house vandalized.
Yeah. He had his house egged.
No way.
Kevin Petulio or whatever his name is.
I mean, it's egging, so it is kind of funny. I mean, look, if I grew up in Philly, I'd be egging his house.
I know
you fucking stupid offensive coordinator.
The best part about it is it wasn't like teenagers. It was probably dudes our age.
Oh yeah. Got
That's the
liquored
funniest
up
part.
But anyways, that's the best part. It really doesn't matter from here on out. We can't control what happens to Eagles, and we can really only control what happens to the Dallas Cowboys. So
with our mind powers, with our mind tricks. But it was nice because the Eagles losing, I mean, now the Cowboys and the Eagles are essentially in the same spot that they were last week. Sure, the Lions' victory would have been very nice, especially with the Eagles losing. It would have put us 1 game back, not even a half game back from the Eagles. But now, I don't know if we want to talk about the games or specifically, but I'll just break down the playoff scenarios just for the Cowboys and the Eagles. It's simple. Eagles need to lose 2 more in their next 4. So they got to go 2-2, and the Cowboys got to go 4-0. It's really easy. It's basic. It's simple math.
There are other scenarios, but
it gets
they're
pretty wishful thinking.
pretty
The
wishful
most
thinking.
straight, narrow, and forward way to get to the postseason, I would say, is the Eagles lose to the Bills and then they split a game, their 2 games against the Commanders. That's 2 losses. And then, of course, it's not like, okay, Eagles lost 2 games, Cowboys are in the postseason. The Cowboys still have to go out and win out their next 4 games.
Yeah.
So it's and the Cowboys, they have a couple tough opponents. They have to play the team that just beat the Philadelphia Eagles in a couple weeks. So it's not a guarantee that if the Eagles lose 2, the Cowboys will win all 4. But knowing that the Eagles dropped that one to the Chargers, it pumps that little bit of hopium in us, boys. I think that 9% chance, or whatever the hell it was, after the Cowboys lost, had to jump up to at least like 13 or 14%.
Look,
with an Eagles loss.
I love watching football, and I love watching football with y'all. And you know, it just the fact that the Cowboys are still have a chance, and to be honest, they have this because the goal is to beat out the Eagles or beat the Eagles in the division. That I should say. Nothing really changed.
No.
Nothing.
It's the same hope. It's the same hopium we were smoking the week prior. So
yeah, it's literally the same. It's the exact same, man. So if people are like, "Oh, you're crazy," there's no more chance. It's just as likely now as it was last week. So it's exciting.
Pack Attack 2893. I thought you were done your sentence, and that's why I was like, I thought it was.
I don't give a fuck. You don't gotta explain yourself.
Cut me the fuck off.
The more annoying thing than cutting me off is explaining why you cut me off. Just fucking.
So the $5 super chat from Pack Attack 2893. Yo, boys, you ain't gonna be easy, but I think your boys can do it with a thumbs up for a $5 super chat.
I appreciate that. Not only is it we get some money in our back pockets, but it's a positive message, which we preach positivity here on the main event.
Show me the money.
That's not another one. I just sometimes like to throw that one.
That one's a good one. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
But back to the Eagles losing.
Yeah.
Of course. And I've been in the comments. I've been battling on the internet.
Love it.
How's it been going? What are some?
Fun. Fun right now.
Give us some highlights. What are some of the things that people are saying?
Well, their only comeback.
Yeah, go. I'll read a conversation I had with an Eagles fan.
Okay, their only comeback is.
I hope it's hot and steamy.
It's just adds sex talk to some Eagles Eagles fan.
Dear ad.
So their main thing that they say is, "Oh, you guys only pay attention to our games." And I'm like, "No, I don't only pay attention to your games." But it goes, this is my tier of watching football. A Dallas Cowboys win is the top of the chain. A Philadelphia Eagles loss during a playoffs is pretty close to the top. Like watching the Eagles lose, I was jumping up, and when Jalen Hurts threw that interception at the end of the game, I jumped off the couch.
Yeah.
Cheering. And I startled Tay. And then I had my phone out already filming something. But I get just as excited watching the Eagles lose. So yeah, I'm watching your team. Your team has to lose for our team to have a chance. Is that hard to understand? I don't know if that's hard for another team to understand. And then they're commenting on a Cowboys page. So that's the other weird thing.
And I gotta say, the emotions that I went through, same kind of idea. And maybe this is like all of Cowboys Nation is I kind of almost turned it off, and then I was like, nah, I'm gonna watch it just to the end. Because I was like, oh, they're gonna march down. They're gonna the way they were playing, I was like, they're marching down and scoring. And they got down to whatever, the 10 or 20 yard line, and he throws the pick. And I had literally just switched because I was turning it off after they made that last
the big
play.
first down.
I was like, they're gonna score a touchdown, it's over, whatever, fuck it. And I was like, no, I gotta finish watching. Turn it back on. And just as I turn it on, I see the pick, and I'm like, is this like a highlight from something else, or did he literally? No, well, I was like, did they just score a touchdown and now they're showing something that happened last season? No, this is real. And I was like, holy fuck! And that's when we all started jerking off in our chat.
We're still alive.
Oh my God!
No,
it's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah. It was wild. To be honest, I do feel actually better this week than I did last week because we just needed the Eagles. We need the Eagles to lose 2 and win 3 before last week's game, and I didn't have that one pegged as a loss for them. So.
You thought maybe Bills and then Commanders.
I thought Bills for sure, and I thought split with the Commanders, and I thought they were going to win. So
yeah,
to me, I was like, holy shit, this did improve my moods.
How you feel now? If they can lose, yeah. And they look bad. The Eagles did look bad. Jalen Hurts, 4 interceptions and a fumble. If that was Dak Prescott, who I'll say this has never had 5 turnovers in a football game, the world would be falling right now.
Yeah,
4 interceptions, a fumble, and 0 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I immediately texted after the game to a friend of mine who's an Eagles fan, and I just go, dude. And then I sent this meme that came up. Well, someone sent it to him, and then we doctored it and we kind of boosted it up a little bit.
I said, this guy gave me an idea. Can you make it a better idea?
Yeah, so we made it a better idea. I got AI to add some hats onto.
Oh, AI did that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Very quick.
Yeah.
But they did it like a meme style.
Yeah. No, they did a good job.
But they definitely did it better. They did it quicker than I would have been able to do it. So it was perfect. So he goes, LOL.
And that scene in that show, Welcome to Derry.
I haven't started watching it.
That scene happened the night before. So
So
it was fresh in everybody's brain that watched it.
Look, that's what you get with CanFan.
That's what you get for a can
Okay.
fan.
The memes are they're spicy.
They're not
Fresh
stale.
and
No
spicy.
stale memes.
So he goes, LOL. Actually, think it's a good game for us.
What?
So hang on. Let me just go through the
Okay,
conversation.
sorry.
They're
I'll
like-
try not to interrupt. I'm sorry.
So I go, LOL, because I'm like, okay. He goes,
Was he joking?
Brown played great. D played great. Moved the ball decent. Hurts rarely turns the ball over. So the fact that we almost won with five turnovers is decent. So then I proceeded to just send him
Oh my God.
that stat line. Like I copied and pasted
That's Hurts stat line.
Hurts stat line. Because I'm thinking like 21 for 40. He has a 52% passer rating.
Yeah, even
Or
without
QBR.
without the interceptions, without the turnovers, that's terrible.
And then I was like, yeah. And then I was trying to be like, yeah, your D line shredded their O line.
You're too nice, dude.
He goes, I actually think it was one of the best games we played this year. LOL.
Shut the fuck up.
So I do a laughing cry emoji
hell?
because I'm like, what the F?
Was this guy how drunk was he? Was he just he was getting the hopium straight from the plant?
He goes, I'm not joking, LOL. I go, you're just saying that because Saquon finally got a large run.
Yeah.
He goes, no, because we actually threw the ball and had some decent runs. And then I go around and then I kind of jerk him off a little bit. But
Dad, you're too nice. I would have been like, if he told me that was one of their better games, I would have been like, conversation ended. We can't talk about football for the rest of the night.
Well,
you're in the state of convincing yourself that the game wasn't completely shit. And AJ Brown played well. He dropped the game-winning touchdown in the end zone off his hands. Great play by the defensive player, but he had a football hit him directly in the fucking dick beater.
What's more healthy, 4 beers or 2 liters of Coca-Cola? Do the math.
Yeah.
that's exactly what it was like. So that's why I just kind of stopped. I was like, oh,
You can't argue it.
well, because here's the thing. That pass from Jalen Hurts was a dot to AJ Brown and he dropped it.
Yeah.
There was another one where he he threw it across the middle and fucking AJ Brown alligator armed it on the high point and volleyed off and it was
Got
an
picked.
interception. So like, okay, you could eliminate 2 of those interceptions. Sorry, that one, and then there was another one that wasn't really Jalen Hurts' fault. But look, at the end of the day, he still didn't throw a touchdown.
And he had 51% accuracy.
I don't know about blaming him for. Let's say you take away all the let's say you can excuse all the touchdowns because of the points they were scoring and how the offense was moving. Sure. What it boils down to, football often is either a game of like the game was long lost before the second half or the third quarter, and you're kind of just waiting for time to run out, or it literally goes down to the minute. And when your team is in the red zone or near it, I can't remember where they exactly.
Oh, they were on like the 19.
Yeah,
They were right there.
They're in the red zone.
And it was a first down. It was first down
in the red zone, and you throw a pick on the first play with Saquon Barkley, and all you really have to do is say, okay, we just need to kick it, and then we keep this thing going. So I know that's the safe play, but that's what I think is the stupid thing and the bad thing, and why I would shit on Jalen. Then you can look at his stats of the game and make all the comments you want. He could have had a 123 rating game. It's that play.
It's one play
that
lost you the game.
That lost the game. So that's what I laugh at the most.
You are nothing but garbage, yeah.
My last thing to say about Ad's crazy Eagle fan friend there is imagine a world that Dak Prescott throws 4 interceptions and has a lost fumble, and we say that it was the Cowboys' best game. Do you know how bad we would get torn up into?
Oh,
people would
in this room, you'd get torn up.
You would get torn up. And then what was the second thing I was thinking? I had another second thing to tell your crazy Eagle friend. I mean, it doesn't matter. That is just straight. There's a word copium that we get told we have a lot of. Yeah. That is copium. That is straight up copium. At least when the Cowboys play shitty, we're pretty good at tearing them apart about it. The Eagles, the only reason the Eagles were in that game was because the Chargers have no offensive line. That's it.
And they had a quarterback with only one arm.
But he played good.
I know.
But the only reason that he couldn't pick the defense apart was because their offensive line has their 2 starting tackles out. So I don't think they played. I think the Eagles played like dog shit, personally.
It's also the last, the Eagles were up 21-0 on the Dallas Cowboys.
That's
Dallas
facts.
Cowboys came back to win, and since then, they've been losing. And so this is the whole story we as Cowboys fans really love about it, is that we set them off on this losing streak.
Yeah.
And they haven't recovered. And it
Hopefully
might
they don't.
recover this upcoming week, but with the change of quarterback, who is it coming
So they're
in?
playing against the Raiders. The Eagles are playing against the Raiders. Geno Smith isn't starting. Kenny Pickett will be starting for the Raiders, who was the Eagles' backup quarterback last year.
It just
Revenge game.
Revenge.
Throwing in a quarterback like that it's fun. You see that they sometimes will go 250 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's just
weird.
on
that it's
a wrinkle that you can't prepare for. It's a spark that the Raiders might need. Yeah. And then last thing we'll say about the shit goals.
We're turning into an Eagles podcast.
Yeah, the last things we'll say about
all you guys do is talk about the Eagles.
My favorite picture I saw was when it was 21-0. It has like the scoreboard 21-0.
Yeah.
And then the Eagles record 8-2. And then now it has it showed the loss against the Chargers in 8-5. So like you're right. Since that 21-0 moment, they're on a free fall, and they did it. They've already fallen with Nick Sirianni as their head coach. So that's gonna be in the back of their head, man. If the Raiders can get ahead of them, I'm telling you, 10 a.m. I'm gonna be sitting there watching that Philadelphia Eagles game like it's a fucking Cowboys game.
Yeah, feel free to come by if you want.
That's too early. It's a night game.
Yeah, night game.
I'm gonna tell you right now, we'll not be here at 10 a.m.
You don't need to come over here. I will say this: I think everybody's been waiting for Ashton Genty to have that breakout game.
This is it.
And the Eagles, the last few games, have given up a lot of rushing yards. So could Genty be the one who could this be the game that Genty finally turns up? I hope so.
You got the recipe for it. Okay.
Ultra Cowboy says Raiders will beat the Eagles, Pickett to Bowers all day.
Well, before we even get into this, we haven't even talked Cowboys Lions.
Oh yeah.
At all.
Do we want to?
Yeah, we could just briefly touch on the Cowboys Lions game.
Oh,
it's
the
been
fallout.
The fallout. It's been far enough away. Like it was last Thursday, almost a week ago. The Cowboys played it. It feels like we've been away from doing any kind of content creation. I kind of hate Thursday night games. There's just too much of a gap for us of our schedule with how we do stuff. But the fallout from the Cowboys game, I'm gonna just pull it out there for discussion. Is most talking points were based off of the George Pickens game.
For a second, I thought you were going to pull your
whip out the wiener.
Yeah,
I could. No one would even know because it's my. Well, I guess you could go to that camera and then use that. That camera would not be nice.
It's on you right now.
Like I think George Pickens is the big topic, but I just want to quickly touch on just like one comment on the Cowboys.
Open forum.
The problems that we saw last year with the run game and maybe earlier on in the year reaped their ugly head again against the Lions. Mind you, there's a question mark on that game, just like there was a question mark on the victory over the Raiders because of who the Raiders are. You got to put a question mark on that when you're playing Jamar Gibbs. Like, are the Cowboys going to revert? Did our team's going to figure them out again and they're going to revert back to that shitty 32nd D? Or was it just because we played Gibbs?
And they showed the Lions were going a lot of heavy set. They'd bring in a sixth offensive lineman, and Eberflus refused to do anything to counter that.
Right, but
like bring in your three. If anytime they brought in that extra offensive tackle, bring in an extra offensive tackle. Bring in an extra defensive tackle. You have 3 defensive tackles. You could have played all 3 defensive tackles,
right? And
they just didn't counter it. And they just, I was watching some stuff about the Lions game. Guys that do a lot better with breaking down a film than I can ever be at it. Eberflus was sitting back in third, or it's coverage 3 and coverage 4 a lot. He wasn't blitzing. He was scared. And we could tell that. We were calling it out as we were watching it. That last play where they had Marquez Bell on Williams, what's his name? Jameson Williams? Is that his first name? Wide open and didn't try to blitz, didn't try to do anything. So it's like Eberflus gets a little bit a shriveled dick against teams that have good receivers. Teams that they won't beat him on the outside, he'll blitz because he's not worried about the receivers. And then teams that have good receivers, he gets kind of scared and tries to keep everything ahead of him. And then he lets these fucking all pros catch the ball and run all over him. So I really hope we don't see that going against the Vikings with Jefferson and Addison. But the Lions game, the defensive calling, it did feel like we kind of fell back into our old ways. But let's be realistic. Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back in the NFL. If I had to say, like skill set wise, if
Like
I had
you're taking him over Jonathan Taylor.
I think
Yes.
they're neck to neck.
they're pretty
Depending-
close.
Whatever you build your team, however you build your team, I think
Either
that
one
would-
of those
that would
guys,
be
you're
the
gonna
champion.
get. You're gonna get. The only thing I like Jahmyr Gibbs a little bit more than Taylor is his passing game stuff.
Yeah.
He's a little bit better in the passing game, just from what I'd seen. But
How you like your running
Yeah.
backs when you're passing to them? That you like
the way he
Gibbs.
looks, yeah, just the way he looks, and you could say, and there's just a good argument for anyone that would like Jonathan Taylor, but the Lions have a top 5 offense when they're on, right? The Cowboys are even at their best, they're a top fucking or bottom 28th defense. So
Yeah.
we kind of got brought back down to earth a little bit with that game, with 44 points being scored.
Well, you can definitely see, and actually, I was going to say something that I also like. I like it when people in the chat who haven't liked or subscribed go ahead and smash that like button because it definitely helps us out.
It does. It pushes us out, guys. If you enjoy us, we'd appreciate the like and sub because it pushes us to more like-minded fans.
The one thing I'll say about that game, and again, I don't think it sucks that GP was getting all of that hate right afterwards. If you watch him, he almost basically plays the way he always plays. He doesn't look like he's ever running fast.
He doesn't.
Ever.
He never looks
gallops.
like he's running
He
fast.
gallops, right?
Yeah.
So we're not going to get into the GP3 because we're on the GP3.
Why aren't we? We should.
We can get into it.
I think we should talk about it for a bit. I think it's a big talking point. Everybody, because
it's because Adam's been hating on him and he doesn't want.
I don't hate on him at all.
Well, and that's been the consensus, as everyone has been pissed, and us as a group in here. I'm on the side of, okay, if that's his worst game, that's fine. The only reason the Cowboys are even in contention at 6-6-1 and fighting for a postseason spot is because this dude that we traded for a 3rd-round pick has kept them in games.
Yeah.
He's been, until last week, people had him as the 2nd best wide receiver in the NFL. People were calling for the Cowboys to cut CeeDee Lamb and give George Pickens the 88. And then he has one bad game and the narrative changes. So I'm not going to go out there and can you say crucify?
Yeah.
I'm not going to
Cuckify?
Yeah, I'm not going to go cuckify the guy for one bad game. And let's see what he does against the Vikings.
I'll say this. When CeeDee Lamb went down, all of a sudden you now have every DB on that field looking at GP3. So why didn't they adjust some of his fucking routes?
They did adjust. Flanoy had 112 yards.
No, I'm saying for GP3. Like,
in that game, that's the thing. He's covered. They're rolling coverage on him.
yeah, I'm just saying he's still running his same kind of slants and his same go routes.
But he has 2 guys on
They
him.
didn't give him any other much options outside of that.
But that's the product of
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb
Well,
being out. Is
yeah.
when you don't have that second guy,
Yeah,
you can focus.
Also, I think the adjustment was it's like I think their thought was we're just going to keep GP doing the same thing. We're going to put Flanoy into that other role. So
Again, in any game that George Pickens doesn't have, say George Pickens has 50 yards, do you give a fuck if the other wide receiver has 112 and a touchdown?
No.
So that's what I mean. He's doing his job. He's drawing attention. And people talking about his effort and stuff, I just think it was overblown. And there's too many people sitting on, we talked about it in chat a little bit. There's too many people sitting back just waiting for him to have that freak out moment, that bad game, that lack of judgment, so that
it didn't help that he had it in with Richard Sherman afterwards.
Fuck
like that,
it.
That could be the freak out moment. But the thing
I
is,
wish he didn't delete the tweet. I
I
wish he
know,
would have just
me
kept
too.
it. I wish he would have just the
Well,
story. I wish.
you
he
know
would've-
why delete?
We know it's going to be out. You know it's
because-
going to be out there.
because
People
at
screenshot instantly.
exactly. So it's like, hey, I'm going to say it. I know it's going to get out there. I'm going to delete it and just fucking move on.
Yeah, maybe.
So that is the move. He's done it a couple times now. Post something, it gets screenshot everywhere. Okay, I'll take it off now.
And here's the thing with him, like, hate on him all you want. He's been in the NFL, I guess, what,
This
4
is his
years?
4th, 5th year.
He's 24, 25 years old.
Fourth, because
He's a young dude. I'm not ever one to excuse age as like a reason why you act some way, but the talent's there. To give up on him because he has a one. Let's say that he did quit on this game. Let's say that he did. If the team walks away from that, we either have bad coaching or we don't know what we're doing when we're picking players because we just pick these head cases. we knew who he was when he came on the team. He's been fantastic for us up until this game. Just using the argument that okay, he did quit on the game. It's a teaching moment, and if our coaches can't get that out of him, because he's shown that he has the leadership qualities with the team. Maybe he's not the leader that he's going to be for the Cowboys yet, but he's only just got onto this team, and we see it in social media, and I don't know if you see it on the Netflix documentary. Long story short, he's a young dude. If the Cowboys can't coach him into being a more disciplined player, if that's his issue, then that's a problem with the Dallas Cowboys coaching staff.
Dare I say it? I want my wide receiver to be a little bit of a head case.
Well,
that's one, like, two positions I want my like to be like a little bit swaggy is wide receiver and cornerback. I want both those guys to be kind of out there a little bit.
That's why I sent you guys a Steve Smith thing, and it's Steve Smith take on it. And he says everybody who's talking bad about the George Pickens thing are DBs.
Yeah.
Like, you don't hear any receivers talking about him that way.
No.
At the end of the day, the Jerry Jones, Schottenheimer, George Pickens, that entire organization, they know who he is. They know him on the sidelines. They know him in practice.
I'm not mad at all. I'm moving.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Hang on.
Okay,
the whole narrative with him about being that head case. Yeah, at that point where it's like you've done all this good stuff for weeks, and someone is now just saying, "Well, here's George Pickens." Yeah, you're gonna be frustrated. We just fucking lost a game that we needed to win. And when people in the media say these things, it does actually plant, like, it brands these players as that. So at one point, it's like, yeah, fuck you, and you're like, yeah, get that guy to be a head case, because if he's not gonna stand up to himself, then what kind of fight does he have?
Exactly. And hit Ultra's latest comment. That's a great one.
GP has no off the field issues. He plays with that Michael Irvin moxie. Leave him alone.
Exactly. Fair. Okay, I'm gonna ask one question. I just want yes or no from all three of us, so we can move on.
We'll decide.
No, yes or no. That's what I want, or I'll mute you. Are we worried? Are we worried about George Pickens, Adam?
No.
Fuck him. Okay.
Yes, I'm worried that we're not going to re-sign him. No, I'm not worried about him as a player.
No, not at all. I like it. Okay, so that's kind of the fallout from the Lions Cowboys game. Again, it was almost a week ago. We've licked our wounds, and I think Ad was saying in chat, it didn't. I was like, I didn't really realize how close the game was.
Oh yeah.
Until I rewatched like the highlights.
Even watching Hard Knocks last
7
night,
minutes left, they were down 3 points.
Yeah, it was even at 2 minutes and like 32 seconds. It was like the game felt like it still could have been in grasp.
It was that big Williams catch on Marquez Bell. I kind of sealed it. And that's when our life kind of just left us. And then we yelled, "Why would you put a safety on them?" Well, that was me.
Well, I mean, that's the problem sometimes with us being so into the game. You don't realize certain things can happen sometimes. So the post-game sober re-watching of it, you're like, holy fuck, I'm like even more stressed out after the fact. And it makes you even more angry after the fact.
Yeah.
Because we're so glazed up with some Bushian in us, we're just whatever, right?
Well, I think it's those games where you're behind the whole game when you don't have a lead the whole time. It feels like you're getting beat more than you actually were, right? Like we had the same thing in San Francisco when we were there live. It took me a rewatch of the highlights to be like, this was last season, be like, oh man, we were actually in that game till the very end. So anyways, we are 6-6-1, still fighting for a postseason chance, and that's what we love about it. This far into the season, we're in December. And we still have meaningful games, guys. That's exciting. Last year at this point, we were cooked. Cowboys were cooked. We were just showing up basically to hang out for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Which was still fun. But not as fun as meaningful games.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just pulling up some stats here. For the Dallas Cowboys versus hosting the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday Night Football. It's been, how long has it been since Cowboys played Sunday Night Football?
Can't remember a Sunday Night Football
or that
game.
we've watched.
It's been a while.
I'll tell you.
The last, let's race, Ad.
Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Damn.
September 28th.
Bad mojo or good mojo?
Sorry. Yeah, September 28th.
From Packers to Vikings on Sunday Night Football.
And that's NFC North battles. And the Vikings have a good defense. Their offense has been a little shaky, but their defense is good. Like their defense is good enough to give the Dallas Cowboys offense some troubles, especially if our boy 88 isn't in the lineup.
Yeah. Well, here's our competition, and
Well, go up. Let's start with let's start with the game odds here. So Minnesota Vikings 5-8. So just right behind the Cowboys in the standings, trying to fight for that crazy NFC North. The NFC North is one of the best divisions in football right now with 3 teams currently in the playoff seedings. Playoffs. Dallas Cowboys 6-6-1. The open for the over-under is 47.5. Expecting a little bit of a defensive matchup. The Dallas Cowboys are the favorites at minus 5.5. And the money line obviously favors the Cowboys. Crack them if you got them.
Well, that money line's looking favors.
Yeah, you would want to, if you were going to take that, you'd want to take the point spread, I think, or over under, unless you were very confident the money line and you just have to bet really big if you're to make some money.
Wait, so they say Vikings are going to win?
No, the Cowboys. Cowboys are favorite. If there's a minus, if there's a minus at the money line,
right,
and then the minus at
that's
the
off the
point
winnings
spread.
type of thing.
Yeah.
So I like that over. I like that over.
Yeah, because the Cowboys are put up a 50 burger,
and they're definitely easily can give up 20.
Yeah, fuck on a like their best day.
On their best day.
With that little spreadsheet or that post I sent you guys of how the points the Dallas Cowboys defense has given up.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just disgusting. It's hard to look at.
I mean, looking at it, you'd be super happy if that was your offensive scoring.
Yeah.
You'd be like, holy shit.
Our offense is killing it.
And our offense, I feel like that's what our offense is capable of doing.
Totally is.
But yeah, let's look at the odds now here. Oops, this way, not the odds, the predictor.
One thing about the Lions game and coming into this game, which we'll talk about it, is that fucking left tackle position. Nate Thomas did not have a great game.
No, Nate Thomas played bad.
Nate Thomas is a good backup.
Yeah.
Comes in, does his job. So I don't know what it is, and maybe it's like just the weight of the situation, but some guys just are not. They underperform when they're a starter, and they perform very well when they're a backup.
You come in, they don't have as many snaps. They're looked at as a backup.
Maybe they don't have it in their head that they're starting all week.
Yeah.
Like the mental aspect of it, I don't know.
Who knows? And look, that shit doesn't affect me. I'm a Pro Bowl.
Throw me in at any time. Off the street, put me in.
What
was the percent there?
60. It's 3-1.
What were the ticket prices for this game?
2-1 Cowboys.
Cheap to get in and have seats. To get it in the ticket prices I sent you guys was Canadian. So to get in and have seats,
I don't know
where we sat, like $65 Canadian.
I mean, look, when Adam started, at first I was against the idea, and now I'm like, well, if we want to start checking off stadiums,
we might just have to do it.
We might just have to do it, and also with the price that we paid just on our regular Thanksgiving Day game, and with lodging's pretty good actually, but the tickets alone, we probably get away with, the price for the tickets for everything, a flight, booking a hotel, and the tickets
you do gamble
at the right game.
You do gamble a little bit because the teams that we're playing right now in this last 4 games, they all have losing records,
right? But it's going to be lower than it's going to be lower than 350, 450.
Always going to be lower than what we pay for at Thanksgiving. Not necessarily though, because last year at Thanksgiving we paid this. Okay. I know we're getting off. I know we're getting off track here. If it's a team that we've watched the Cowboys play before, next Thanksgiving
we won't.
Maybe we
Big
don't.
consideration. The thing is like I don't like going.
We did 5 years. I'm happy with
most 5 watched Thanksgiving Day games of all time. Fans been at.
If like the Cowboys playing against Carolina in Carolina,
yes,
great. Let's go to that. Yeah. That would have been a good game.
But those tickets were $300.
I know.
So it's like you're paying the same price as you would have. And the flight over there was.
I definitely think that they were more that year because they just signed Bryce Young, so there was all this hope that they were going to be this team and the Cowboys. So like all I'm getting at is that I don't mind going to see the Cowboys play lower ranked teams if we're going there to play them, but it's like if they're playing a team in Thanksgiving, it's like I don't need to see them play Washington on Thanksgiving
or
the
New
Giants
York
or the Raiders or New York.
Yeah.
Or
we've done Arlington.
Yeah.
2 away games to stadiums we've never been to.
It's kind of booshin'.
And next year they play Seattle, so that's already a free trip because we don't have to fly.
Technically, it could be
we could go anywhere.
Seattle, Mexico, and then another away game.
Can we side quest actually? Can we just see the Cowboys away teams that they play next year? Just 2026 Dallas Cowboys opponents away opponents. Sorry.
Brent Packer guy says
Let me
y'all
just
need to
see
come to
what
Lambeau.
Schedule won't pop up.
Guys, we would tear it up in Green Bay.
Well,
It's just their opponents.
yeah, but they only
yeah.
have their
Yeah,
opponent.
you
it
don't get the
just,
schedule
it
till
just
May.
tells you who they're going to play.
Yeah, there it is.
There you
Bottom. Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. That right there. So road.
What's the roadies?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Zoom that in.
Yeah, that's like.
Zoom
I feel
it
like I
in.
need some B-Knox.
I don't know. That's so
Oh, this is this year
okay. Hang on.
because they have Vegas on the road.
Let me find this.
Bullshit J, bullshit AJ.
Get hit chat.
Ultra Cowboy says JJ is no Mahomes or Goff. He's talking about JJ McCarthy.
Or even Hurts for that matter.
Actually, he says the Cowboys have given up 27 points a game since they traded for Williams. Gibbs is the ultimate running back weapon. What did he say? What were
I mean, giving up 27 points a game is still not that good. And they gave up 44. They gave up 44 against the Lions. They gave up 28 to the Chiefs, and they gave up 21 against the Eagles.
Does this work at all, gentlemen?
Let's see here.
Like, are there some that are not determined yet, or do they?
Yeah,
know?
those are all. None of them are determined. So I think the
Okay.
top ones are but I wish it would tell you home or away. Oh, it does. So the top 8 or whatever, all AT&T stadiums. So scroll down. The Houston Texans are the first one that are. So yeah, keep going down.
Okay, Texans,
And
Colts.
right there. So those are all their away opponents. So Seattle we're going to, and then you don't have 2 games there because it has to wait to see how the season ends.
right.
But right now they know Indy, Houston. I mean, we've already been to SoFi, so that's off the docket.
So I would almost
Giants would always be good.
Yeah, going to New York would be kind of cool, but even I think the Colts or even Houston could be a good.
Yeah, I think
one.
an AFC one would be cool because you're not going to see the Indianapolis Colts or the Houston Texans for a few more years.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to Seattle no matter what. I think it'd be cool to and look at this. So this NFC North game, that Site City to be determined, that might be Mexico City. And I think if it's Mexico City, we just nix the Thanksgiving Day game and we go to Mexico City.
Show me the money!
James Ray says Philadelphia is an away game, $4.99. He says go to $4.99 super chat saying go to the link. Go to Philly for a game.
I mean, eventually, if we want to go to every stadium, we have to.
We will be. It's just got to be a time when we feel comfortable and there's a lot of Cowboys fans and we can just nestle in the middle.
Yeah, or spending a decent amount of money to be like right down lower bowl. So you're not up with the fucking battery drainers.
The battery or the battery sock battery hitters. So now we're looking at scoring leaders. We're back to the Vikings Cowboys. What would we call this? Preview?
Look along.
Look along.
No, yeah, we're previewing right now. We're just kind of scrolling, stroking, just enjoying our time. I'm gonna pull up the individual stats for the teams as well because Carson Wentz is injured on IR. I always thought I think this is funny. So JJ McCarthy goes down. Well, it's not funny. It's terrible, but it's kind of funny. JJ McCarthy goes down. Bring in Carson Wentz. He goes down. JJ McCarthy returns. Like,
probably will go down.
Will go down. But let's look at the Cowboys leaders here, and then we'll hop into the individual team stats. Kind of get a zoom in on each aspect of the game, chat, and then do our thing. But Dak Prescott here, 3,637 yards, 26 TDs, 10 interceptions. He's made some bonehead interceptions. He's had some interceptions that were not his fault. It's still a pretty good ratio.
You're going to take 26-10 all day.
Yeah.
And that 3,637 yards leads the NFL right now. He's first in the NFL in passing yards.
Damn, doggy.
Which we like.
He's hucking chucking football. Then we got our boy Williams, 215 carries, 1,022 yards, and 9 touchdowns.
First 1,000-yard season.
That's like almost 4-yard average, right?
Yeah, it's more.
Almost 5-yard.
Yeah.
The fact that Kenneth Murray Jr.
Yeah, because 250 would 250 carries at 1,000 yards would be.
Kenneth Murray being right there says everything you need to know about our defense.
I swear he's had 73 tackles for the last 6 games too. Every time we look at this, and same with Houston.
Yeah,
I feel like. But we'll start with Pickens, 78 receptions, 8 touchdowns. Again, people had a lot to say about his last game. You tell anybody at the start of the season when they traded for George Pickens that by week 15 he was going to have 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. We all would have been pretty damn happy.
Oh, fucking right, we would.
I believe that already eclipsed my season expectations.
I'm sure on AJ's scratch pad here we could go back to see what we all predicted.
We did predict it one he made a slide sheet one time and we went through and we all predicted he had a set already for George Pickens. I went back and found it one time. I'd have to go back and look again.
Okay.
And then James Houston.
Houston, we have a problem.
Only 5.5 sacks. I mean, it's kind of sad that James Houston is our sack leader at 5.5, but this is what it is. This is the defense that doesn't have that guy. Hopefully in a couple of years, Easy E might be that dude. And then we all joked about it already. Kenneth Murray just dogged like 73 tackles. That's just showing how inept our linebackers are.
Yeah, compared to the 93 from Cashman on the Vikings. With Houston, though, hey, man, him having 5.5 sacks, in itself.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I just want somebody that has 9 right now.
Right, but
like him having 5.5 and then someone accompanying that 5.5 with 9.
But we only laugh because of the amount of playing time that Houston's getting and the expectation of him, and he's leading the team with 5.5 sacks.
Yeah.
Not good.
Kick over to the standings there, to the right.
Oh, okay.
Push it on over.
I just like to see how each team's sitting in there.
Over and over.
I mean, Minnesota, they could shut it down at any moment, to be quite honest.
Look at that division, dude.
Would I have rushed J.J. McCarthy back? Maybe.
You have to. You have to get that guy as many reps as possible to even figure out if he's your quarterback of the future.
I guess as long as you gave him extra time to heal from whatever injury.
Sorry, I wouldn't have rushed him back, but if he got cleared everything and it wasn't any type of like chances he was going to re-injure what he did, he needs football reps. He missed his whole rookie season. He needs to get in there so that you can make a decision if he's your future or not. But you got the NFC North, Green Bay 9-3-1, Chicago 9-4, Detroit 8-5, and then Minnesota, who people think we sound like we're from Minneapolis.
Oh, you guys are from Minnesota?
No, we're not. We're Canadian. 5-8.
I will say this: the NFC North definitely is owning the NFC.
Oh yeah, they got 3 teams in the postseason right now.
The beast not being so beastly right
well,
now.
Especially at the start of the season when you had the Giants. Well, let's go through it. Philadelphia 8-5 on a free fall right now. Dallas going into week 15 at 500, which is fucking bonkers. They have a chance to be the first team since the league has switched to 17 games to finish the season 500. There's a chance they could finish 500.
Yeah.
Washington 3-10, who everyone had high hopes for after being in the NFC Championship game last year. Then New York, after their draft, we thought they were going to be a lot better. They've had a lot of injuries. Neighbors.
Bad defense.
Neighbors is out. Their best wide receiver. Scattaboo, who's having a very nice season before he got injured, out. And then, just the defense has not been good. So they've given up 367 points.
Yeah. Look,
and as bad as their defense has been, 367, the Cowboys has still given up 19 points more.
Well, look at Philadelphia. And props to them because they have almost 100 yards lower than everyone in points lower. Against than anyone else in the conference. So
and the Cowboys have almost scored 100 points more.
It's wild.
It's like in fantasy when you look at the guy in first place that he has such a low points for, and then you look at his points against, you you lucky fuck.
Yeah. Hey, that's me every year.
You'd be in last place right now if you had if you just had the bad timing.
Crack him if you got him, son. Let's dive a little bit more into this Minnesota Vikings team because I don't know shit about them except for fantasy, and I felt that I'd love to look at the leaderboard, but we need to look at who are actually playing here, and that's J.J. McCarthy. He's played 7 games. He's not very good. 156 average yards per game, 6-yard average per completion, I guess.
And look at his completion percentage.
And 9 touchdowns, 10 interceptions.
Yeah, and look at his completion percentage. It's 56%. And last game was his first game that he hasn't thrown an interception. Last game when he threw 160 yards and beat the Commanders 31-0, that was the first time he hadn't thrown an interception.
I don't know if it's bad play calling or just J.J. McCarthy's not who they thought they were, because Carson Wentz was doing much more decent. 240. I mean, his touchdown interception ratio was 6-5. That's the best on the team. But the no one else outside of Wentz has a good quarterback stats at all. So is it like the play calling relying too much on your star stud wide receiver, and then if he's not in the game, you have nothing else.
Well, the issue is there's been other guys. Like last year, you had Sam Darnold there, and Justin Jefferson was one of the best wide receivers in the NFL.
Oh, that's true.
Right? And the offense didn't change. You still have all the same coaches that were calling the same plays, a lot of the same players.
This is why investing so much into investing a high pick into a quarterback is such a major risk, because you might pick right and the kid just fucking falls out of love of football or just can't keep up with the speed. Something knocks him off. I don't fucking know. But it's like I would way rather do either the Dak Prescott thing where you never planned on it, but he was forced into it. That can sometimes be really good for someone's growth, or they get drafted and they sit on the bench like Patrick Mahomes. I think also
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers sat for 3 years.
Jordan Love.
Yeah, exactly. Like these quarterbacks who are top 15 plus quarterbacks in the league, a lot of them didn't have the pressure when they were drafted. They weren't number 1 or top 10 quarterbacks overall. And they weren't, or they didn't start their first year the entire season. I know Dak did, but he didn't have that pressure on him. He's a 4th round draft pick.
Yeah, it's different.
I just feel like that if pressure's an issue, that's going to be the difference there.
The craziest thing with the quarterback situation in Minnesota is they had a 14-win team last year, and they decided to let the quarterback walk. Even in that situation where you had a high draft pick, for what the Seattle Seahawks paid Sam Darnold for the next couple of years, I would have you probably could have signed him for a 2-year deal at $20 million a year, and he would have taken it.
Which defender could they have gotten if they didn't draft J.J. McCarthy?
Let's take a look at that.
Let's check
the funny thing too. I mean, it is who was I talking to this? It's like Minnesota just doesn't want to pay their quarterbacks. They let Kirk Cousins go because they didn't want to pay him.
No, that's dumb. They paid Kirk Cousins twice.
Oh, did they? But
yeah, he wasn't on. That wasn't his first. Like he had already had an extension from Minnesota.
Sorry, so then but he fucking got a big bag from Atlanta.
but he got a big bag from Minnesota, and then he got a second contract, and then he was in his 30s. So that's different than not like paying Sam Darnold.
I just don't. But why would you've already paid Kirk Cousins this? Why would you not want to pay Sam Darnold that?
Because Sam Darnold, he crashed out at the end of the season.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I still would have paid Sam Darnold.
100%.
And look at him right now.
Probably still drafted J.J. McCarthy.
Oh wait, we want to look after.
Yeah, so you're thinking defensive. I mean, you could have fucking kept what's his face there, Darnold, and got Brock Bowers.
I'll just say this really quickly here. Double Star 88 says if we are gonna run the table, I think you guys need to go all the games we win with you guys there.
You ain't wrong. Well, we need a lot more super chats then for us to be able. We unloaded our clip for the 2 games we went to. If we wouldn't have went to those 2 games, we probably could have went to the next 4.
Yeah.
We probably could have paid for the next 4.
Yeah.
And I'm talking flights and
accommodations and tickets.
Yeah. I mean, look, no major big name stands out to me, but except for Brock Bowers, of course, but no one really knew that. But
Byron Murphy's pretty good.
Yeah, no, look, there are names.
Jared Verse is good. Has been good. I mean, even Quinton Mitchell's been pretty good.
It is from 2024, so
Brian Thomas Jr.
I mean, that right there, Jared Verse and
anyway,
Quinyon Mitchell. They
Xavier Worthy. There's guys you could have definitely helped that offense with Sam Darnold.
That's what I'm saying. If you would have kept Sam Darnold, even just as a Band-Aid, and you could have afforded to grab one of these other guys.
Oh yeah, if you're redrafting, that's what they're doing. If you have a time machine, a Madden time machine.
Do you think sometimes the owners get like happy panic feet type of situation, and they're like, "Oh, we got to make a decision. Just do it. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Draft them."
Well, like
Did we make the right decision?
Oh my god!
Keeping Sam Darnold on like a team friendly deal where you're not paying him $50 million and you're paying him $20 million a year for 2 years, you still have the ability to move on from him if he starts playing bad. But what I just don't understand maybe they thought they saw his ceiling and his ceiling wasn't getting past the first round, but he had such a good season with the Vikings. It's one of those situations. It was really weird to see a team move on from him.
And then you see him go and do what he's doing with Seattle.
Just had a couple bad games, but he's killing it. Like he had a great game last game.
I don't think
the Falcons.
The expectation with a guy on a good team who's not like in that kind of top 10, top 8 conversation for a quarterback, that upper echelons, if you will. And I think Sam
Dan Daniel.
You'll get his name right one
Sam
day.
Darnold.
Darnold.
Darnold. Sam Darnold. I think he sits comfortably in that 8 to 15 range for a quarterback.
Yep.
And that's the type of guy that you can bring into a team that has everything but a quarterback who can manage a football game.
I'll tell you this much.
Well-
Seattle's happy they have him over Geno Smith.
Oh
right
gosh. See, so you would also look at Seattle. They arguably have a step down on the skill positions on offense than what the Vikings had with Sam Darnold. So Sam Darnold had he has Justin Jefferson, he has Addison, he has what's the fucking Aaron Jones, he has Jordan Mason. So the running back core should be better, although Charbonnet is doing well. Like Jackson Smith-Njigba is doing phenomenal right now, but he can
Top
only
receiver in the NFL.
he can only be doing that with the quarterback, right?
Yeah,
So
you put JJ McCarthy in that offense, and JSN ain't doing what he's doing
exactly.
right
So like that's a big component where it's like you look at what like the Vikings. If you were on paper before the season started and said who would Sam Darnold fare better with, he would probably be doing better with the Vikings still because of those skill.
now. They'd be very similar teams because Seattle and Minnesota have very nice defense. Okay, let's get the rushing for the
Why are
Vikings
you
here.
done sucking Seattle's defense off or what?
Yeah, this passing
Done,
game.
yeah.
This passing game has 2,500 total yards and a 6.4 average. Not necessarily a big concern, but we know that the Cowboys love to give up a big play in an opportune moment.
Oh,
So,
expect JJ McCarthy to look like the second coming of I don't know whoever Tom Brady this weekend.
yeah. Jordan Mason leads with 630 yards.
JJ McBrady.
Uh,
Because they both played for Michigan.
Aaron Jones, senior, 376 yards, 4.6 yards. average.
Had some injuries, but the thing to take away from both those running backs is they're in the mid to high fours for their average, which is that's good.
Yeah, and Mason has 6 touchdowns. Nothing to
For a
laugh.
backup running back, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good. And McCarthy has 139 yards. He can run too, 4.8 yard average. So if they need a first down on a 3rd and short, you got to watch out for the QB. That's always dangerous with the Cowboys. I'm always worried about that.
I hate it. It's something, always that's there.
Just being an option can throw their defense into a fucking tornado. Yeah. And then receiving, we know who it is. Justin Jefferson quietly having a decent season, but definitely
On his standards, though?
No.
Him and
He has
CeeDee Lamb
two-
are
he
on
has-
par with the same type of season.
He has 109 targets and only 64 receptions.
Yeah.
That's not good.
He only has 2 touchdowns, man. He's averaging a touchdown every 7 games.
I think CeeDee Lamb's pretty close to that same.
Yeah, but
stat line.
CeeDee Lamb also was he's played 13 games.
Yeah, CeeDee Lamb's played
8 or
Yeah,
9.
Yeah,
So
6, 7 maybe.
6. Oh, he said it. He did it. He dropped it. So last game, Justin Jefferson had 2 receptions for 11 yards
Oof.
in a 31-0 win.
That's bad.
That says what you got to say. And we can't have Justin Jefferson having his
Breakout game.
welcome back
A
game,
get right game.
I mean,
which
look,
I fully expected. I do. Sorry, I hate to say it, guys. I fully expect it.
we know who Justin Jefferson is. We know the damage that he can do. Even with the stat line, you can't take him lightly. Jordan Addison is another younger kind of guy who is maybe a true number 2 wide receiver. So he's someone who you always got to watch. He's got stats that are very acceptable for a guy in his position. Maybe a little light on the touchdowns, but we looked at the quarterbacks. They're not throwing a lot of
And
touchdowns.
he was suspended for the first 3 games this year.
Okay, so like he's someone to watch as well. So they do have 2 wide receivers. It's just a matter of the quarterback getting it to him. And then TJ Hawkinson.
37 for 70. So like,
Yeah.
that just shows their.
Oh my
quarterbacks are-
God!
Well,
I
yeah,
did not
when-
even look at that.
Guys,
Adam.
when your quarterback has a 56% accuracy rate, they're only catching half the balls they're throwing. So the
Holy
37
shit.
for 70 is right on par with that 56%. Same with the 64 for 109. That's just a bit better than 56%. They're catching half of what they get thrown at them.
Now you look at Hawkinson, who has 46 for 60. So
Captain check down right there.
exactly,
You go.
100%.
Well, look at the averages. You see Jefferson and Addison are both above 12.5. So they're going beyond the sticks.
Yeah.
And then Hawkinson is in that 8-yard average, where a tight end should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
He's his safety net.
So it's not those. And look, just to hit on Hawkinson, he's a guy who we need to watch out for. And then Jalen Naylor, we watched him and we kind of focused on him. He's quietly having not a terrible season either. So
He's not a bad 3.
What scares me about the stats, if I'm just looking and picking through my rose color glasses, by the way, is Cowboys need to watch out for these deep play potentials because that's what kills the Cowboys. We make the stop, get the sack, or we get the penalty in our favor, and now it's 3rd and long or 3rd and 9. Easily should be a 4-and-out punt, and they make a big play.
Yeah.
20-yard pass.
Yeah.
And now suddenly they're in field goal range, and the whole plan goes awry. And you get that, what could have been 3 points for the Cowboys if they got the ball back and simply kept where they were and then kicked a field goal with Aubrey, because we know who he is. He's butter, baby. Now they switch and they get a touchdown. So those type of 10-point swaps without a turnover, just the opportunity being missed.
Got to get off the field.
They got to figure out a way to lock those guys down because all of those guys, Naylor, Addison, and Jefferson, can all get that first down on the 3rd and 9.
You know who I'm looking at if I see him on the field here in the red zone?
Who?
Josh Oliver.
I was just going to say,
if Oliver's
9 for 11?
9 for 11 with 4 touchdowns. With 4 touchdowns.
Totally.
Almost half his catches are touchdowns.
I bet you if we look at him, a lot of those are probably red zone.
He's probably a red zone boy.
100. Yeah, they definitely, most of his catches are red zone.
Of course,
he's leading the team.
Red zone, touchdowns are obviously the red zone. But I'm saying, like,
the rest of them are probably short yardage.
We gotta look at
he's either catching it for a touchdown in the red zone, or he's catching it for a fourth down.
He fucking
keep an eye on him.
Looks like he's trying to look like Justin Jefferson.
He kind of does, yeah.
He
looks like Justin Jefferson if you put like a funny face filter on him.
Yeah, or someone
goofy face.
playing Justin Jefferson.
Their defense, I didn't really notice anything stand out except for Blake Cashman has got a lot of tackles.
How about interceptions? Who's got the most interceptions? Because sacks we know we've already seen.
Sacks, yeah. Not a lot.
But they have a lot of guys with 5, though.
They got a lot of guys with 5. So, multiple attacks here.
Yeah.
Linebacker, defensive tackle, linebacker.
Andrew Van Ginkel's good.
Ultra was saying the Vikings like to blitz, and Dak's obviously very good at the blitz, so...
You should get him.
So it should
you can tell 3 of their linebackers have
sacks.
4 or more sacks. So
give me a TFL.
Sorry, interceptions.
Ints. Okay, so not Well, they've been awful. They're like on Cowboys territory as far as turning the ball over.
Their safety has 2 interceptions, and it's like linebacker, safety.
It's kind of how the Cowboys are. And then TFLs, give me a TFL. That tells a story. Eric Wilson.
Yeah.
So not only does Eric Wilson have 5.5 sacks, he has 15 TFLs. They might, just by looking at this, they might run a 3-4, and he might kind of be like a linebacker, like defensive end, is kind of what I'm getting from it. But I'm not 100% sure.
Well,
just judging by his stats.
You know what? I just want to do a quick gander at Dallas Cowboys stats.
Yeah, we got to fly through this, though, because we still got...
Yeah, I know. This is just... I really just want to look at the wide receiving stats here. Okay, Jake Ferguson, Flanoy, just to get a visual representation of how they compare.
Touchdowns. Look how many touchdowns.
A lot of receiving touchdowns. And Adam was right. CeeDee Lamb has a very similar stat line to Justin Jefferson. The only difference is Justin Jefferson's played 3 more games.
Yeah.
So if you had CD with 3 more games, he's closer to George Pickens stats than he is Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
So on surface level, yes, their yards and touchdowns are similar, but that's with 3 less games.
The guy that, again, I talked about this before, but like, obviously his yards aren't huge, but look at Flo's stat line. His connection rate's really solid. He has the touchdowns. I think
average is low, though.
Average is low. He doesn't have that yak that I think CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens is, and as a wide receiver 3, we don't need that. You just need to be able to catch the fucking ball.
Can you scroll over a bit and just click fumbles for me, AJ? Because I'm looking at George Pickens, like, holy fuck.
Yeah, he's fumbled a few times.
And then
I don't remember 4 fumbles from GP.
And then go over. It might show lost. Go over. It might show lost.
He hasn't lost any.
Yeah, he hasn't lost any. That's
he hasn't
why.
lost any.
But
Ferguson lost 2.
Yeah, 3 fumbles with 2.
And those are the last 5 games.
That's crazy.
Yeah. 3 fumbles in the last 5 games.
Get your shit together, Ferguson, or you're
smack you out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk to you in a corner, Fergie.
Smart, we should.
Oh, PFF. Hang on, let me get PFF, guys.
Ant's out of bubblies. He's
Let
getting.
me get
I'm
some
not.
Oh, okay, there you go.
PFF.
I do have to pee though. While AJ tries
Yeah,
to
yeah.
figure his life
Go
out.
take a pee, Adam. If you want to hit up chat real quick while I pull
Chat's
this
gone
up.
quiet a little bit. I got nothing.
Like crickets?
Yeah. It was
That's
it
my
was
cricket
it was
sound.
Bushin earlier on,
I
and
know.
we were just chatting like a bunch of
Schoolgirls.
we were just chatting like a bunch of chatty Cathys. One of the questions
We got to
yeah,
do
it
our
doesn't really matter.
while Ant's holding this hog here.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick lineup, just me and you.
Mhm.
Just the fucking bros. Handhold.
Handhold, there it is. Lock and loaded.
Get it out of the way. Nickel D, right? We do nickel.
Yep.
Yep. And then so this is we're looking at the defense
For the Vikings.
for the Vikings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you
so
see here?
Well, I see their D line's formidable.
Formidable, absolutely. No one in the top
Not yeah, exactly.
here. The actually Redmond here is the 17th best defensive tackle.
Yeah.
Or defensive interior, sorry. So they do have some defensive interior strength, excuse me, which is going to be a problem because Javonte does he runs best in between the edges or the tackles, I should say.
Can you click? Sorry, I missed it. Can you click the Vikings personnel? I just want to see if they do run a.
They run a base.
Yeah, can you just click it? So they run it. They are a 3-4. See how they only have 3.
There's Metlis who had
Just by
Right,
look, so
yeah.
their ends are also kind of considered. Like you got this guy. It's called an edge, but he's
They're either
listed as right outside linebacker, but he's an like
he's
an
a
edge.
hybrid.
they're either basically they're rushing 4 or 5
Yeah.
at all times, basically.
Which is weird because in nickel they look almost a little bit scarier as nickel versus base.
Yeah, but if you have nickel against a run, this is for
got five-
this is
yeah,
against
yeah,
running
yeah,
downs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you got five guys coming out.
And their
on the
defense,
line.
the Vikings defense is no joke, guys. Like they have 5 very hydrated dudes.
I just want to say
Their defense looks good.
Yeah,
Their defense
their
looks
defense is like
very
middle of the pack. They're not gonna get blown out, and they're not necessarily gonna blow somebody else up. But
they might blow
they're,
me.
they're stopping the Washington Commanders from not scoring any points.
Pretty good.
You know what I
A
would say?
shutout in any team's good.
They look like oh, there we go. They look like it's going to be hard to find a weakness because they're kind of fairly average. I don't see any standout 80s or 90s anywhere, but everything looks pretty average, right?
Well-
Maybe the only thing I would pick on this specific view, this is the base that we're looking at, right, Anth?
The right side of the field.
The right side of the field. So
in passing.
in passing.
So you
But running's going to be difficult.
It will be, yeah.
now looking at how the Cowboys are lined up on offense here, whether or not it is, but Murphy Jr. and Metlis on that side should be a decent matchup for Flanoy. That's your weakest part of the field right there.
Yeah, or
that's that cornerback and that strong safety on that side. Even if that safety comes over the top, that's the area that I would probably be attacking.
or you also have a little bit of weakness here on that right end.
Yeah, going
in
against
this
Wilson.
base.
Wilson and Cashman
But
are both solid fucking linebackers, it seems.
I think we're really reaching it. It's going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
It's
gonna
going
be
to be a
tough.
tougher game than we think.
Yes,
and the
I agree.
Dallas Cowboys defense better hold.
Yes.
'Cause-
Exactly. That's the play. The offense is going to have a tough game. It's going to be
Oh God!
God, was that
Look
the Cow? Was it
look
the
at
Cow?
Murray Jr.
God, he's so bad.
Like you can't even not look right at it with that fucking.
I did not want us to have to look at this, but now that it's here, because Diggs may be back, and that's
Give us get out of base, please.
yeah. Sorry, totally. What kind of fucking idiot?
Oh God.
He's not that much better.
So they have Diggs out there, but I don't know if you guys saw that news that Shoddy said he still wants to see more from
It
Diggs.
just doesn't sound like.
I don't
he's
think Diggs is coming back. I don't think he's playing this week.
Crack.
Oh, that was a little spray. Hey, here, I'll get one
You
in too.
splooged it on me there, kiddo.
Crack
Crack
him if
him
you
if you
got
got
him.
Yeah. If we can just real quick, we could wrap this up with a last conversation about the return of Diggs, because we're going to be talking about it probably in the next few weeks as it becomes more of a higher potential. Do you guys, like, straight up, the biggest question is, do you want, not what you think, do you want Diggs on this team moving forward into 2026?
No.
No.
100%
No.
not. You've invested in the cornerback position, and you can cut him. You've already paid him all what he's going to get. So he has no more guaranteed money. Sure, he's going to count against the cap a couple times, but
but
you get rid of him, and you're going to free up money.
we need to cut him so that we can afford to pay George Pickens.
I would rather cut him and be able to afford. Yes, if I had to pick what I'm doing with money, and then draft cornerback again in the top 3 rounds.
I think we're all on the same page.
Because I don't think Reddy Stewart's the answer at cornerback at nickel. Bland's locked up. You have Revel, who's just going to keep getting better. I already seen someone on Reddit, like, and this is me, I'm just always scouring the internet. Some guys like, well, do we want to have Diggs play, or do we want to see reps from Carson and Kalen Carson and Savon Revel? And the guy's like, after last week, I don't want to see anything from Revel. It's like, dude, he's a 3rd-round rookie coming off of a major injury. This is when you want him to get as much playing time as possible. You do. You want Revel to get in there and get some lumps so that next season he's seen the speed of the NFL.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
This is the thing.
And he likes to tackle.
Yeah, and the thing that I think we always need to look at is like, shit, man. We've been here, me and Adam have been here only for 5 years, but it's been a long 5 years. And we've seen players come and go. And that's the thing about football. You're hoping that your guys stick around, but the Micah Parsons trade was a great example. Like, you just move on. And
buy in or fuck off.
Buy in or fuck off, exactly.
And Diggs isn't buying in.
And if you can get more from Diggs and you have players who are equal in talent and production on the roster that cost less, the smart move for a team, as much as we may not like it sometimes, is you move on from the player that's more expensive. You take your lumps, you take your cap hit, but you ultimately free up space. And if those type of moves lead to the signing of a George Pickens, you're happy with that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And this doesn't go around. This doesn't get past the fact that we were all big fans of Diggs. We own
Absolutely.
We own
all
like
have
7
jerseys.
jerseys.
We all have his jerseys.
I think we all probably all have 2.
There's like 2 Diggs jerseys. Like, so
We started the shotgun rule because of Trevon
Absolutely.
Diggs.
Yeah.
It was shotgun when Trevon Diggs gets an interception.
And we'll always remember those moments.
Yeah.
But
But
you're
hey,
either with
But
us,
buy in or fuck off.
but
buy
you're
in or
either
fuck
with
off.
us, with us.
With
What- with
you
us?
get
You're
to
either with us?
Michael Tyson
Hey.
or Michael Tyson,
Hey,
I'm Michael Tyson.
Hey,
which
you-
technically is Michael
hey,
Tyson.
you either with us or you against us.
Hey,
So you
guys.
better watch yourself, Diggs.
Now Kith.
Now kiss him, please.
I would never say that.
Nick Eatman's top 10 weekly stories. Will the Cowboys taste sweet victory? 5 for Cowboys and 5 for their opponents. Every week we find another magic moment. Dallas Cowboys top 10 stories this week. Tell us, eat me out, eat man. Tell us, eat me out, eat man.
Okay.
Okay, big
we
picture.
could go on and on, but Eat Man, settle the fuck down. We're gonna read your article, okay, bro?
Nate Dogg says, survey says, did you guys do any screenshots yet? No, we did not.
Wednesday night is.
No.
I
Wednesday
see
night,
the 2 full bottles that Nate brought. They're sitting there. That's
It's
those
sacred.
are aging for Sunday night.
I feel like the challenge is by the end of Christmas Day, can we get through one of those bottles?
Oh well,
Yeah.
they all have.
You know, that's the challenge.
That's 3 games.
It's
oh,
like,
I know.
Yeah, dummy.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe not by Christmas Day, but
By the end of Christmas Day,
Okay.
can we get through one bottle?
I think that. Well, we still have half of another one.
Well, that's the challenge. I know. That's why I didn't say both bottles.
No, but we have 2 full ones, and then we got still a half of half a bottle.
Exactly. So
Oh
can
my
we get through a bottle and a half?
Okay, bottle and a, that's
That's the question.
I don't know. That's
Nate Dogg, Nate
you know,
Dogg
we
says
gotta
just
push
invite
ourselves.
the outsiders.
true.
It's
Oh,
an,
fuck.
It's an always open invitation.
It is, yeah.
Well, then we get them sitting on the couch just
Having a
free
conversation.
having a conversation, free
Free
pulling from
pulling the
screech.
screech. Okay, Vikings. I'll kick it off here.
Nick
for the
Eatman's top 10 stories,
Nick
Vikings,
Eatman's
Cowboys.
Top 10 stories, Vikings versus Cowboys, week 15 of the NFL season. Vikings, ending the streak. The Vikings ended a 3-game losing skid in dominant fashion on Sunday, smashing the Commanders 31-0. Josh Oliver had a pair of touchdowns. So
Two of his four touchdowns.
came on.
Still though, his ratio, man.
And that's even more reason to watch him in the red zone, coming off a 2-touchdown game.
So Oliver, Josh, Timu, Jefferson, Oliver had a pair of touchdown catches from J.J. McCarthy, and the Vikings defense forced 3 turnovers and limited Washington's offense to just 206 total yards. The Vikings became the first NFL team in 33 years to pitch a shutout just 1 week after being shut out themselves. What a stupid stat. Minnesota lost 26-0 to Seattle on November 30th.
And Justin Jefferson only had 1 reception in that game.
You fucking respect
Eatman?
when Eatman comes up with a stat like that?
Yeah, you're
because
right.
He nearly jerked off our boy Boots in the locker room, okay?
Boots is so post-Eatman. He loves Eatman.
Playoff picture. And one last thing is Oliver looks like his wife made him try to look like Justin Jefferson for Halloween. Like, honey, can you just do your best? I don't know how to braid hair. And she doesn't. They're like, you look so good.
Now bring up
Here, throw on this jersey and your child's pads. This guy's actually 5'6".
I mean, he looks like he's wearing pads, but that's just how fucking jacked up
he's
he
got
is.
some traps, man.
He's probably
traps.
he's probably a fucking
big hog.
just a unit. Yeah, huge hog.
He's got to be.
Yeah.
And
Playoff picture. The last team in the NFC playoff picture that has yet to be eliminated is the Vikings. Just below are Dallas Cowboys. To say this game is a must-win for both teams is an understatement. The Vikings have been eliminated from winning the NFC North, but have the outside chances to win out and get into the playoffs as a wild card. So we know there's pretty much a very slim chance for the Cowboys, but these Vikings fans still have. So let's crush their dreams.
well, this is the thing. We're going up a team. I'm not scared of what their offense can produce. I'm scared of what Dallas Cowboys team is going to come out and play.
We are at home, though, which is good.
We are at home. That's beautiful. But the Vikings are going to have quit in them. And I'm sure J.J. McCarthy, now that he's back from injury, he's going to be like, his mentality probably will be, or it should be, I'm going to lead this team to victory.
Yeah.
You know, and he does have the fucking the weapons to do it. Cavalry.
Definitely.
McCarthy's best game, it wasn't about the plays J.J. McCarthy made last week against Washington, but more importantly, the ones he didn't. For the first time in his young career, McCarthy did not throw an interception in a game he started. Holy shit.
I mean, I did bring up that stat before, eat me out, but
Did you? Okay. I did not eat. I didn't hear it. I only care when eat me out.
Fair point.
McCarthy was 16 of 23 for 163 yards and 3 touchdowns. Wow. Great ratio. In his 3 previous games, all losses, McCarthy had thrown 2 picks in each game and has 10 interceptions on the season.
So that's what we want.
Well, we saw what Washington's defense were. They're nearly as bad as Dallas Cowboys. So is that good or bad? I don't know. But the Cowboys definitely have a better offense.
Justin Jefferson struggles. Fantasy owners of Justin Jefferson can't be thrilled with his production this season. Still, considering one of NFL's elite receivers, Jefferson is not putting up the massive numbers we've been accustomed to, and the erratic quarterback play has to be a major reason. So far this season, Jefferson ranks 14th in the NFL in catches with 64 and 15th in yards with 810, but just 2 touchdowns. I almost burped there. In the last 3 games, Jefferson has a combined 8 receptions for 63 yards.
Wow.
Ooh.
But does it not feel like it's a boiling pot right now that it's just primed for a 200-yard, 2-touchdown game?
McCarthy just came back last week, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't take anything. And last week, McCarthy had, only 163 yards, but he threw 3 touchdowns. The team shut out their defense shut out an NFL team. That type of combination coming into the Cowboys, I don't really look at how they've done without McCarthy, because he's new blood. He's young blood.
You do have to put some. Then you have to put some credence to the fact that prior to that, his last 3 games that he played, he threw 2 picks in each game.
He was not good.
Let's just hope this was the anomaly. Help me out here. Anomaly. Thank you. Let's just hope that last game was the anomaly. Still fucked
I love it. Anomaly.
Anomaly. There we go.
Anonymity?
Aluminium.
Don't you fucking Finding Nemo me.
Fucking
Is this-
how British
is this
people say
me?
aluminum?
No, this is you just
Aluminium.
read, you stupid fuck.
No, I
Actually,
just
I
read.
did.
Oh, okay.
Dipshit.
Yeah, this is
It-
Call in Mr.
Yeah,
Vader.
right?
Call in Mr. Jones. Call in Mr. Brown.
The funny thing is, as I was about to say it, I knew it, but I set that fucking red-eyed bitch up. I set fucking Rose glassed up. Okay.
It's funny.
Waiting for him
Someone
to get the screen.
Rose J. You set Rose J.
Someone in chat earlier on, I fucking think it might have been BPG, said that the Cowboys defense is rated, their PFF color is the same color as AJ's glasses.
AJ's PFF glasses.
Yeah.
So it's not a good thing. It's not rose-colored. It's
No.
it's just
It's
dehydrated.
The dehydrated J.
Return or Mr. Jones? Do you think he meant return or return
of Mr. Jones.
Return of Mr. Jones. Aaron Jones has had his success against the Cowboys over the years as a member of the Green Bay Packers. In 3 regular season games versus the Dallas Cowboys, Jones has rushed for 100 yards or more in each game with a total of 6 touchdowns. He also had another 3 TDs in 1 game against Dallas at the end of the 2023 season. That was the postseason game where he absolutely demolished us. In 4 games total, Jones has 9 rushing touchdowns. Just last week, Jones had 76 yards rushing against Washington, his second highest total of the season.
Look, this is a different, you're on a different team rushing with different
3 years older.
offense.
Yeah.
3, exactly. So it's like, I get it, but it's not like, oh, this running back knows how to shred this. Like, our defense is completely different.
Yeah, the only time I'd put kind of something to it is if it's like coaches. When there's a coach on a different team that's coached against a team that had 2 years against the same quarterback, I'd be like, okay, he's coached against his quarterback. He might know the quarterback's tendencies. But when you're a running back that relies so much on a game plan,
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of, is it apples and oranges? Is that what you're comparing?
I think Aaron Jones' bigger threat against the Cowboys is his ability to catch the football than it is his running. But he definitely has the ability, if you're 3rd and 3, to get that first down.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yep.
you know, whenever Cowboys have a 3rd and 3 call against them, I would, if I could bet on the play, I would bet that the Cowboys are going to let it happen. I'd probably,
You can.
yeah. Well,
you can.
I don't want to
You-
get
you
into
could
that.
be very lucrative.
I don't want to. I don't.
I'm the, whenever it's 3rd and 15 plus, I'm like, they're giving this up.
Sure. Either way,
That's
but between
my third down
Right.
ones.
But between, say, 5 yards in 3 and 10 yards, you feel a little bit better. It's when it's like either it's on the line and you really need to come up and make a stop, or, oh, there's no fucking way they're going to get this. That's when they get it. And Jones kind of fits perfectly into both of those scenarios. So,
And he has a good rushing total this year, 4.6.
for me, it's not about how much yards he gets. It's when he gets the yards that he does.
Well,
and that's the tail of the tape, baby.
Hopefully Cuck Floos and like the rest of the Paula Dicking on the defensive team, like get Kenneth Murray off that fucking field.
off.
Get him off. the field.
Jerry Jones did say Wilson was going to get more reps.
Okay, good.
This week.
I just want to give a shout out to Bandwagon Baba, who's always lurking and jerking in the chat. This is the first time I think ever in 5 years she said something positive to AJ. She goes, "LOL, love that AJ can help you out with a pronunciation." Feels like we're making progress here.
That's my quarterback.
What was the word?
That's my
Anomaly?
quarterback.
Now I got it. Now I got it.
Now I got it.
Anomaly.
Anomaly.
And a kudos to Bandwagon Baba for figuring out how to change her.
Who do you think walked her through it?
Kudos to Bandwagon Baba for changing your name on YouTube.
I was on the phone with Mom and I was like, I couldn't figure it out. And I was like,
sorry, you know what I did too? I took
took me a
screenshots on how to do it, and I was going to mark it and send it to her, and I never did.
I
literally have like 10 screenshots on how to change it.
It took me a while to figure it out, and it's very simple.
Why? Because it used to say badass Baba, and she's like, no.
It was like Lila Bessie
87.
7477.
her address.
Credit card number. Yeah.
Okay, so 2 quick questions.
And then we hit the Cowboys.
Yeah, then we hit the Cowboys. Denell Graves says Aaron Jones is a great running back even though he knows the Vikings are not, the Packers most definitely be a bit of a challenge for him, even with the Cowboys defense being bad.
Hey,
Oh yeah.
I am scared of everyone who plays the Dallas.
Anyone that lines up and gets a football, I have a feeling they could go for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
seen it too often.
And then Fresno Saint says, did you guys really spend that much on tickets in Vegas?
Yes.
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 Did we get that Vegas video up?
It's going Saturday.
Okay,
The bet video.
Oh,
Saturday.
are you stuck on repeat? Because I think I've heard you say that a couple
No,
times.
but last Saturday was the Cowboys React video. So why would I put out the other video?
Look at this. Look at me. Every time I look at you, I'm going to be a little bit more sideways.
He's just gonna.
And then I'm just going to turn into the. I'm going to be.
I had to bump it with.
I'd rather you keep it for a Saturday post.
Yeah, so it's gonna go this Saturday,
and it's gonna be good. It kind of details our entire experience of why the fuck did we spend so much money?
Yeah,
Let's just be happy that we won our bet.
Yeah, yeah.
My only downside is we should have bet more.
2,000.
Yeah.
Yes.
and I'll title it, and it'll be like we spent this much money on the cap, so people won't know.
But we can't look happy in the thumbnail. That's what I noticed.
Well,
we spent this much money on Dallas Cowboys tickets. Is all 5 of us happy? We didn't stop for like an upset moment.
Yeah.
Just hey, I'm just doing some behind baseball.
I like it. And now let's get to the Cowboys stories.
We took specific thumbnails for it. I'll just see if it's a happy one.
Okay.
Because it's not me reading this, so you can read.
Hey, guys, still a chance. The Cowboys are certainly on the outside looking in at the NFC playoff picture.
Playoffs.
At 6-6-1. The best bet at this point is probably to win the NFC East as they trail the Eagles by 1.5 games with 4 to play.
I like it.
Philly's overtime loss to the Chargers on Monday night leaves the door open for the Dallas Cowboys, who certainly have the toughest schedule down the stretch. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, Nick.
But the next 2 games are at home, starting with the Vikings on NBC's Sunday Night Football. So yeah, the last 4 games are Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, Giants. So,
and he's saying that's harder than Raiders, Bills, Commanders.
I guess it is.
Do you think it is though? That's 2 and yeah, maybe you still have the 2 divisional games, and then you still have 2 opponents that are half decent.
Well, the Commanders. So the Commanders one is interesting because I don't care about their record, and you have drilled this into probably mine and Adam's head since we're both bandwagon boys. But you gotta always be cautious about a division when you play a divisional opponent.
Yeah,
you can always lose that. Doesn't matter how good or bad they've been.
Throw the records out the window, man.
Look what happened when we played the Giants.
Exactly. And look at even last week when the Raiders played the Broncos. It was a 7-point game.
I know. What a fucking...
It's a division matchup. Anything crazy can happen.
Yeah.
And when you have to play them twice in the span of 3 weeks, that makes it even harder.
Yep.
So you lose, and then the team learns enough
to hopefully make it more competitive.
Yeah.
Here's the thumbnail.
Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the money one?
Yeah. Money, money, money.
I wish I had all that Skrilla. Throw it right down. I'd put it all on green on the roulette table.
I got it all on record.
I got it all on record.
Okay, so which defense? Since the trades for Quinnen Williams and Logan Wilson and the return of several key defenders at both linebacker and safety.
Arrivals. We
arrivals.
keep saying the return. Some guys just arrived, and we didn't know how they performed, and they performed well enough. I'm talking about Revel.
Crack him if you got him.
Yep.
Crack him if you got him. Sorry, Adam.
The defense has made a big turnaround, evident by wins over the Raiders, Chiefs, and Eagles. It's the Raiders, though. However, last Thursday's game reverted back to what we've seen all year as the Lions scored 44 points and made key plays in the fourth quarter when the Cowboys needed to get off the field. Which defense will be on display?
Great question.
It is a great question. I mean, luckily, the Lions. You put the Lions and the Vikings in a scope, in a vacuum against each other. One's substantially better than the other.
Yeah,
in every offensive aspect.
Absolutely. The big knock on the Lions is their defense is equally as bad as the
Lions defense. Dude, they had at all spots. They had a top 5 defensive back.
It's just their stats then.
Top 5 linebacker and a top 5. They had the second best linebacker in the NFL. Hutchinson on the defensive line.
Okay,
like the Lions defense isn't too bad.
I probably misspoke.
He misspoke like a.
I'd say their defense is on par with the Vikings defense.
Yeah, sorry. Lions are more of a middle of a pack.
Yeah, they're on
top 12 type of defense.
Which I think, and the Vikings are probably hovering around 15-ish. So I think if you're looking at strengths and weaknesses, it's the fact that the Detroit Lions, their offense was just so high powered, which the Vikings do not have.
Vikings are ranked at 8.
Well, this
defense
for defense.
Let me just bring this over what we're actually looking at here. So there's the Vikings at 8. This is
And what
just
are we
sorted by
looking at?
EPA per play defense.
I would a point. I also like, and I don't know if I don't think this one has it, but I always like the points against for defense because that really gives you, especially now, the average points that they've allowed.
Yep, I can do that.
Is a nice one because it's just an easy one. I don't have to EPA it at all. I can just be like, okay, this team gives on average this much points up.
AJ's cooking. Let him cook.
Well, then why don't you hit chat while he's cooking?
Is Clowney clear to play in the Vikings game? McCarthy may have a problem on top. George Pickens and Lamb are still going to be a problem for the DBs in Minnesota. That's from Dental Graves.
If CD's playing, CD after hitting his head there against the line, something we didn't talk about.
Yeah. I think he's going to be. I mean, we haven't heard anything. It's a little too early in the week. Probably right after our podcast, we'll get a news report or tomorrow. But it looked bad.
It did. Yeah,
I'll say that. But
whenever you're throwing up gang signs, not meaning to, it's not a good. It's
he was
not
definitely
good.
knocked
The
out.
fencing?
Is that what it's called? Fencing?
Yeah, fencing.
Why is it called fencing?
I don't know. Because
So
they're
I
trying to defend themselves? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
guess.
But that's what it's called. When he go down like that and his hand went up, it's called fencing.
Minnesota 12th. And look at this. Last 3 games is even the scarier thing. So Minnesota right now is ranked 12th. And
Sorry, I switched the last 3 here.
Yeah, which even makes them better. They're what, 9th?
7th.
That's scary. So Minnesota's only given up 16.3 points.
They played Washington.
They played Seattle.
Fuck, we can't get. We're actually worse
Yeah.
in the last 3 games than we've been
All
overall.
season.
Fuck. And I felt like we were playing better, but goddamn. Anyway, sorry. Back to the big picture, guys.
Yeah, back to the big.
Just wanted to touch on that.
Is this me now? It is
Yeah,
me, isn't it?
It's you.
And we're at Pickens and CD. So, some of the best wide receivers in the NFL will be on display Sunday night. While you can argue who is the best amongst the bunch, you can't argue the best duo as both George Pickens and CD Lamb have been the best 1-2 punch in the NFL this year. He must have listened to us last week when we tore into him about saying they were the best receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
He said, no, they're the best duo.
Yeah.
But last week's game in Detroit did not show that, especially after Lamb left the game with a concussion. His status is up in the air, although having the extra rest time between games, which could help him get back on the field. If he does, the combination with Pickens will be a problem for the Vikings. But Pickens is not coming off his best game by any stretch. He's averaging 90.3 yards per game, but only had 30 against the Lions. Again, if he's averaging 90 a game, we shouldn't focus on the fact that he had 30 last game.
Yeah.
He's had 12 other games where he's averaged 90.3 yards. Why are we focusing on the 30 that he had against the Lions? And games that CD wasn't playing, he fucking was dominating. So I'm not worried about the 30 against the Lion.
Yeah, the only player that I believe that's been like uber consistent this season has been is it JSN on
As far as wide receivers?
Seattle's as far as wide receivers, like,
And up until last week, it was the only receiver that was ahead of George Pickens.
I never expect your expectations should always be your player should play as consistent as they can. But the reality is, I never get upset if a player has a bum game like this. It's going to happen. You're going to have a worst game of the season. Let this be it.
And if you're averaging 90.3, he's had games where he's had 160. That's why it's an average.
Exactly.
He could go out and have 200 yards next week.
Yeah.
Or this week, this Sunday night. And then again, we said this about CeeDee Lamb after his drops against the Philadelphia Eagles. The first time George Pickens goes out there and has a 50-yard catch, everybody that was complaining about George Pickens last week is going to fucking forget about it. So mark it down. George Pickens is going to bounce back. And if CeeDee Lamb isn't in, I think he's going for 120 and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Is that your Boldy?
No, I got a Boldy in my head.
Okay.
I think we're excited about what Flanoy can do as well.
Same. I'd like to see Flanoy.
Is this me?
It's you, buds.
Right at home, question mark? As you can tell by the tone of my voice.
Right at home?
The Cowboy
Question mark. Cough it out. Cough it out. Cough it out.
The Cowboys offense has been about a touchdown better at AT&T Stadium this year than on the road. That's interesting. 7-point difference at home, which is a good thing considering they've got the next 2 in Arlington. While they're facing a Vikings team that shut out Washington last week, the Cowboys average over 32 points at home in 6 games this season.
Yeah, but like, come on, Nick.
Yeah.
At home and then at home within 6 words of each other.
We're gonna email him. We're gonna email him as we always do. We copy his article, we paste it, and we make edits, and we highlight the edits, and we send it to him.
We need you to work on this.
From 25 points on the road. So 32 at home, 25 on the road. Big difference. Either way, especially if the race to 30 is on.
Yeah, the race to 30 is always on, buddy.
Either way, through 13 games, the Cowboys have one of the NFL's most prolific offenses and will need it to shine bright under the lights come Sunday. Now,
that 31 points.
One thing that we're definitely uber focused on wide receivers and Dak because that's a bunch of sexy, exciting play, and also it's been the conversation since last game. However, never want to leave Williams without his spotlight and what he's done for the Cowboys and the type of runner that he's been. Not saying that Dowdle couldn't have done the same thing if he stayed on this team, but we're talking about the guy who's on our team, and he's showing up every game. 80-yard average or whatever it might be that he has.
Already broke the 1,000-yard mark with 4 games to go.
Exactly.
So he's going to be somewhere between 1,300 and 1,500 yards.
Yeah.
That's pretty good with 10 touchdowns. 13. Okay, if at the start of the year we were, and I know we're getting off track again, but you bring up a good point. I know at the start of the year we weren't sold on Javonte Williams. But if you told me, not even talking about Javonte Williams, just saying running back, if you get 1,400 yards and 12 touchdowns from your running back from one guy, how successful was that guy? And he's on pace to hit that.
That's a great running back.
So that's a fucking nice stat line for a team that has the wide receiving guys that they have.
And a guy who no one else really believed in.
No one wanted.
Cowboys took a fucking shot on, and hey,
I want them to bring him. Now I want them to bring him back.
Defensive help, ? The Cowboys are hopeful cornerback Trevon Diggs can make it back to the field after missing the last 7 games due to both a knee injury and a rando concussion.
Girlfriend smacked him on the head with a frying pan.
Diggs has spent the last
allegedly.
Diggs has spent the last 5 weeks on a mystery IR, but since has had his 21-day practice window open. He doesn't have to be removed from the list this week, but is eligible to play assuming the Cowboys create a roster spot for him. Also, defensive end Jadeveon Clowney missed last week's game after recording his first 2-sack game of the season the previous week against the Chiefs, which we missed Jadeveon Clowney in that role against the Chiefs, against the Lions.
Would have been nice to have him. Definitely would have been nice to have Jadeveon Clowney.
All the pieces, the reality is, I don't know that we have outside of Q, but he plays a really non-sexy role.
Very niche.
Very niche and very needed for what the Cowboys have. We've had a pretty quiet defense. We need that standout Bland when Bland had his season last year. It was last
2
year,
years.
right? 2 years ago. And then Diggs before that. We're not seeing that necessarily this year. And of course, Micah Parsons every year.
There's no superstar on the defense.
It doesn't feel like that.
Because Quinnen Williams, he is an all-pro when he's there, but it's not a superstar spot.
That is a quiet position.
Yeah.
That dog in the middle is absolutely could be the heart of the defense, but it's not like that star. It's not that star position.
You're not the guy that everyone's talking about and showing highlights of.
Yeah, but the real the football fans who are talking about football are gonna pop him up.
Yeah, I would love to get a Q jersey.
Yeah, fucking Quinnen Williams.
Hey,
92.
And the
nice
nice
for the
thing
next
is,
2 years.
Yeah, hey, look,
he's here. He's
Why
here.
not?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay. So that's the top 10 stories. Thank you. But let's go on to our other, probably the most hated guy that we read.
He's their lead draft writer.
Eric Edholm. Don't ask us why we hate him. It's something that
we started doing this when the Cowboys weren't good.
Yeah.
I think maybe, or did we do?
No,
it?
we've been doing this for years.
Have we?
And he's always been a fucking bitch.
He's always dogged us a little bit.
If they did an Eric Edholm documentary, I would be very upset if they didn't bring us on because we have
We'd be the
hours of
counterpoints.
footage analyzing
If
his
Use
material.
5 seconds of us.
If AI types in Eric Edholm, it'll be the page to the NFL.com, but it'll also be us. Because every week we talk
also
about
might be looking for.
Yeah. You
Cowboys
also might be looking
fan
at
fan.
Also known as Cuckholm.
Cuckholm.
I just want to say this Ultra Cowboy said Quinnen Williams is the player you need in the middle to win a Super Bowl.
Definitely. Couldn't agree more.
I don't want to sound like we don't appreciate what Quinnen Williams brings to the team, but again, not hearing him is sometimes the best thing.
He's like an offensive guard, or offensive you need them, and they could be the best part of that side of the ball, but they're never going to get the flowers or the recognition.
You got to dig to find the
and we love Q, and you've noticed it in last game was since he's been here was their worst game as he's been here. Let's get a bounce back week.
Yep.
Okay, NFL Power Rankings week 15. Bills and Steelers surge back up the board. Eagles and Colts plummet.
Well, I was right last week, and it was. Did I say 7? Was it 17 or?
I think it was higher than that. I thought it was like 16.
I think it was 17.
I
think it was 17.
Well, we'll see.
So it doesn't matter.
We got to do our guesses now.
What's your guess? So they lost to Detroit.
17.
17. So I think that's no movement.
I'm going to say it 20. He's going to kick him back up to 20. He fucking can't stand.
Kick him down.
To 20.
Kick him up to 20.
So bandwagon Baba says it was 18 last week.
18? Okay.
Oh, really?
So I'm
you
saying
want to go
20.
to 18 now?
No, I'm going with it.
Okay.
My plums told me 17. Somehow they move up a rank.
I'll go with 19.
Now knowing, because we picked 18, and I think AJ, me and you were 15,
right.
16 and 17. We were favoring them a little too much. Okay, let's do this.
Let's roll through this.
I watched a lot of football too this weekend, guys. It was nice. That's the one thing I like about the Thursday night games. I get to watch pretty much all the games that I want to.
Yeah, Sunday is much more relaxed.
Yeah, I can just chill and I can pick 2 games in the morning slot that I want to watch, 2 games in the afternoon, and then the Sunday nighter without. And I'm not day drunk. I didn't get drunk at 1, and then you just lay there and watch football
and take your pants off.
Yeah, we'll get home and like try to half edit something and then try not to fall asleep by 7.
I poke fun. I grew up with brothers. I'm rough.
Okay, guys. Hey, moving into the holiday season.
Rams number 1.
Cuck home himself. Rams number 1. 10-3.
They are.
No movement.
There's not much to say about the Los Angeles Rams. They have top quarterback in passing yards. Sorry, top quarterback in touchdown passes and top receiver in touchdown receptions.
Except if the Broncos come in and they win again, like the Broncos have a better record.
Gives a fuck. The Broncos almost lost to the Raiders.
Just saying, the record stands.
I don't know.
Seahawks ranked number 2, 10-3 record, no change.
You got to believe in the eye test a little bit too.
I know.
You got to believe in the eye test, and you watch a Los Angeles Rams games in Seattle. Like you watch the Seattle Seahawks defense, and you're like,
holy fuck.
Okay, and if Darnold's on, this team's good enough to make a Super Bowl run. Yeah, I don't see that when I watch the Denver Broncos.
Sure.
Unless they're playing the Dallas Cowboys.
Sure. No, I talked to a Bronco fan. He goes, "We're the worst
team.
We're the worst 10-2 team ever
of all time."
Yeah.
Totally. There they are. They're 11-2.
Well, when I talked to them, they were 10-2.
11-2.
11-2 and ranked 3. Hey, winning this helps you so much. Get your bye and move the fuck on into the playoffs.
Here's the thing, though, when we talk about, like, the Raiders are in their division, so when we talked about just barely beating the Raiders, you said it, Anth. This is from the school of Anth. You throw the records out the windows. So it doesn't matter if the Raiders are a trash team. They still beat the Raiders. It doesn't matter what the score is. They're still beating a team in their division.
Well, you know what? The Rams just beat a team in their division by a lot more.
Okay.
So there's my proof to say the Rams are better.
Patriots 11-2, another 11-2 team.
Which they should be up. They should be up higher.
Well, at least we're seeing no change. Everyone's kind of locked in unless they lose, basically. Green Bay.
Yeah, top 5. Same. At home, get. So this is lazy journalism.
I know.
Just copy and paste and.
ChatGPT, take all my records and just make sure.
Shuffle them.
The Bills are on a roller coaster on Ed Holmes. They're just up and down and around town. And they were having a tough game against the Bengals, and then Josh Allen his way. And guys, like this is a dude you don't want to see. This Buffalo Bills team is a team that any of these other AFC teams, like you talk about the Denver Broncos and you talk about the New England Patriots. This guy Josh Allen has almost as many postseason games as those dudes have started.
If the fucking Chiefs don't make the postseason,
they're not going to.
Josh Allen is laughing.
Yeah, and then he's just got to go beat fucking babyface May and Knicks. Like, game, set, match.
Does no one want to talk about Josh Allen's fucking shark eyes?
He has shark eyes.
He does have crazy shark eyes. And
that's widespread fucking beady shark eyes?
No, I just mean when you look into his eyes, there's nothing there.
Dead eyes.
He's just fucking.
Oh, he's fucking Polar Express?
Yeah, like he's just cold as ice. But yeah, 9-4. They moved up 3 to the 6th rank. The Bills feel beatable. But there's always something like when you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, like
And you turn up that experience in the postseason, man.
I know somebody at my work who she went down to the game by herself and she was at that game. I was like, oh, that would have been such a fucking, as a Bills fan going to that game, that would have been such a huge.
Except you're outside in Buffalo.
Well, I feel like I said this. If you were a Bills fan, the new stadium looks unreal.
Yeah, the new stadium.
We can't wait as Cowboy fans to go to the new stadium, but I also feel like
I'd like to go to the old one.
Like to go to the old one. So
before it's gone.
Exactly.
Bears down 1 with that loss to Green Bay.
And that was a good game. The Bears had a chance in the last play of the game. DJ Moore was wide open. Caleb Williams decided to look to the end zone and threw an interception on the last play of the game. But it was a good game.
Huh.
Niners
sounds like a familiar story.
We'll stay.
Right? The Niners are staying.
Niners stay 9-4.
But there's only 8 of them.
The fucking Eagles better be out of the top 10.
Oh yeah, they will be.
I don't know.
Jacksonville up 3 with a 9-4 record.
This is bizarre world.
It's super bizarro world, but it's also
kind of cool.
No, well, it's more appropriate with the 9-4 record.
And and
totally. They're doing it without Travis Hunter.
They'll be knocked out first round. They're knocked out first round.
Oh,
Lions climbing their way up.
Lions claw their way.
So that's
8-5 looks a lot better than 7-6,
or 6-6-1. And the 3 of the top 10 teams are NFC North teams. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Is that right? Yeah. Packers, Bears, Lions.
Yeah. Lions up 1 with an 8-5 record.
Crack in the top 10.
Houston up
Houston's
2,
coming.
8-5.
This must have just hurt Cuckholm so much to not put them in the top 10 over the Lions. I mean, they are as much shit as I gave the Houston Texans earlier on in the season. They have one of the best defenses in the NFL, if not the best defense, and they're giving teams headaches. And you got guys like Woody Marks, the rookie, doing some stuff.
Look at the first line. Read the first line.
DJ Stroud completed 3 passes in the second half. 3. But the Texans produced just enough offense to finish what the defense started.
Yeah, so you're still in line with you believing CJ Stroud is not
that guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy.
Compared to his first year.
He's a joke.
But AJ loved Woody Marks.
I like Woody Marks.
Woody Marks is an AJ guy.
And
then
his first touchdown.
When they talk about what a solid defense can do for a fucking team, like their record was like what 3-5.
Yeah, they exactly. It shows what a defense can do. You can win a game that your fucking quarterback completes 3 passes in the second half.
Yeah, I guess if you're gonna pick and choose, you want a strong defense and just a barely good offense.
Just something that can score 14
Will it
points.
hold out in the playoffs? Playoffs.
We'll see.
Playoffs.
Los Angeles Rams up 3-12.
Chargers.
Sorry, Los Angeles Chargers. Yeah, Rams are number 1. Chargers 9-4 record
After
up
beating
3.
the Eagles. Did you see that the interview with Justin Herbert? The chick was trying to give him an interview. He's like, I'm just trying to celebrate with my team. Like, can I just go celebrate with? And people are giving him flack.
Yeah,
I agree with them. Can I just go cheer quickly? We just won an overtime game, and I'll come back and do the interview.
Yeah.
People are like, it's part of your job.
You're paid $210 million. You're supposed to talk to these people.
I would say this. Okay, it's part of my job. I don't want to do that. Go talk to my boss and see if he's going to fire me now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And then another funny, it's kind of bad, but it's funny. This kid, like Justin Herbert's in one of the suites, like one of the suites in the game. And there's a kid, like pretty young kid, wearing a Jalen Hurts jersey and goes up to the suite and's like, can I get an autograph? And you can just, it's not Justin Herbert, but you can hear somebody that he's with. None of that motherfucking jersey.
I need to see that. I need to see that.
And everyone's like, that's awful. I'm like, well, man, like
it's true.
It's true. You're wearing an Eagles jersey. Like,
you fucking
come on now.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm fine with kids hopping between whatever.
Me too, but I'm also that's a fucking
life lesson. Yeah.
I am too, but you get what you get.
Yeah,
you don't get upset.
Yeah, exactly. You get what you get. You don't get
upset. The kid is pretty young, but it's pretty funny. 3 Fuck the Eagles.
Still an 8-5 record. That's the problem. They've had a 3-game, 4-game, 3-game losing streak. They're still 8-5. You know, that's scary.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yep.
All they got to do is we all talk about the Cowboys winning out, the Eagles have to just win their next 3 games and our season's done.
This is a little wild. A six rank jump for a 7-6 team.
Yeah.
Up to 14, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and
it's because they beat the Ravens, Cuckholm's favorite team.
Yeah, but the Ravens are.
I know, but Cuckholm has his thing with the Ravens.
Division, and it's a division game between the two of them.
So maybe it boosts them into a higher percentage of a playoff appearance. Colts 15. 8
They're,
and 5.
they're
down.
also spiraling right now.
Wow, they dropped 8. Plus, Daniel Jones is out.
Yeah, Riley Leonard's in, has a knee injury. Bring up what you want to bring up.
I was going to say, they're spiraling out. Yeah, they're fucking Phillip Rivers, who's 44 years old, hasn't played for 5 years.
Retired.
He's a grandfather.
He just had his jersey retired.
He has 10 children.
Yeah, he just had his jersey retired as a Charger in the summertime.
I mean, I'm here for it because I love the movie.
Too.
I love the
Same.
movie The Rookie with Dennis Quaid, 45-year-old. I mean, in this situation, he never got to the major leagues, but he comes in
And it's baseball.
And it's baseball. So if fucking Phillip Rivers comes in and he slangs and bangs it, I'm all for it.
You know what my favorite story about that is? Daniel Jones is wearing 17. He's out for the season. Phillip Rivers was always number 17. Phillip Rivers asked Daniel Jones if he can have 17, and Daniel Jones is like, "Yeah, take it."
Oh, fucking
So he's gonna be wearing 17.
Oh, that's
that's
fucking
pretty.
sick.
That's a pretty sick, cool side
That's
story
dope.
So yeah, the 8
for a Mercedes, bitch.
dropping 8
For one of your fucking 10 children.
but dropping 8 to 15 with an 8 and 5 team and all that context make sense. But if you didn't tell me in it, I'd be like, why
What
the
the
fuck
hell
did
is
this team
happening?
drop 8?
It'll be interesting man, that'd be a feel good, a feel good story.
Guys, the Ravens at 16 are finally at the 50% mark.
They should
it's taken
be-
them this long. 6
How?
and 7 Ravens down, drop 2 to 16.
How?
Ugh.
What did I pick the Cowboys at?
You said 17.
Okay.
17. So it
So you had them going up.
I know,
losing.
up one. What an idiot.
could happen.
Could happen.
Let's see.
I'm telling you right
Nope.
now.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers stay at 17. So they weren't 17.
The Bucks.
Yeah, they weren't. No, Baba said they were 18.
Okay.
The Cowboys were
They were-
18.
Cowboys were
So
18.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFC South as a group is just an awful division there. So right now the division leader in the NFC South is a half a game better than the Dallas Cowboys. That's the division leader.
Okay.
And people will always call, well, that's the flaw of let's just go to the 7 best teams, which I'll never adhere to.
No.
I
Then,
believe it.
then you don't have division.
Yeah, you need divisions. You got the main thing is that's the cool thing about divisions. Doesn't matter what you do anywhere else. You just have to be better than the other 3 teams in your division.
I like it.
So I'll always stick to that, even if you have a team that's gonna barely make the postseason because they have a shittier record than the other 6 seeds.
Exactly. The wild card made a great opportunity to keep the divisions like really respectable, because then you can have 2 other teams, if they have great records, make the playoffs from the same division. Playoffs, right?
I mean, technically,
3.
we haven't seen it yet, but with the 7 teams now in the postseason and the 3 wild card teams, eventually there's going to be a full division that makes the postseason.
Yeah.
It's eventually, it hasn't happened, but this year the NFC North was very close to having it happen. The NFC West was very close to having it happen. But you have that shows it's tough, but it will happen eventually. There'll be 4 teams from a division.
Panthers and at 18. Sorry,
So
they weren't 18.
Cowboys
so they must
weren't.
have been 19.
It must have been 19.
7 and
Did
6 Panthers at 18. We're gonna find out.
Did we miss last week?
Did we miss last week?
No.
There they are.
They're the Cowboys.
So they
down
were
3.
16.
So they were 16.
That's what we said.
Wow. So
we said 16.
so I was right.
You said
Adam was-
16.
We just
No.
took Bob was
I was
truth
right.
as truth.
I picked 19, and I'm right.
No, but Ad said the
No,
Cowboys were 16
Well,
last week.
Last week.
Yeah, no, well, you got to read it.
last
I
week.
get to read it.
You get to read it. I'm saying last week I was right. They were higher than 18.
Hold out your hand.
Just
Smack
hit
'em.
me. Fucking
Hit 'em.
me. Ouch.
On the fingernails.
That actually hurt.
On the fingernails.
Give me the fingernails.
Oh, that's...
That actually hurt.
Well, no shit.
Oh my goodness.
That's weird. Somebody hit me with a piece of plastic on my fingernail and it
Or
hurt.
my cuticles.
No, I'm glad to know your fingernails are as sensitive.
That's
as
his
mine.
attack. Okay, hey, everyone, take notes.
Okay,
Adams has weak fingernails.
Never.
guys.
Never.
Cowboys ranked 19, down 3 with a 6-6-1 record. The Cowboys'
500.
playoff chances are on
Playoffs.
life support after the loss to at Detroit, a game in which the defense reverted to old form and the offensive line couldn't protect Dak Prescott consistently enough. CeeDee Lamb also was knocked out with a concussion, and George Pickens couldn't pick up the slack, even if Ryan Flanoy did, in an eye-opening performance for the second-year pro. It will be interesting to see how much Flanoy is featured down the stretch and whether Pickens plays well enough to convince the Cowboys to make him a strong contract offer in the offseason. The boys will still have plenty to play for down the stretch, even with the postseason dreams essentially cooked. Shut the fuck up at home!
Yeah, he just has to piss us off with the, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words at the end of this paragraph.
7 words at the end of the paragraph. Also just being like, look, George Pickens will have the pick of his fucking litter.
Yes.
Next season. So
He's
don't act like the Cowboys are in the winning position to be like, well, we'll sign you if we think we... It's like, he is going to be signed by another fucking
For
team.
a lot of money.
For a lot of money.
All the Cowboys should be doing is saying, yeah, George Pickens is a problem. He's such a head case. I think he's a problem on this team. So no one wants to fucking
like
sign him.
Working his magic.
This is the thing with head cases. If you put up stats like he's putting up, it doesn't matter.
No, I know.
No.
So that doesn't work.
But
The only thing that's going to get the Cowboys a discount is if he gets 30 yards a game for the next 4 games.
And has freakouts.
That's it.
This is what we're talking about, though. He hasn't had any off-field issues.
Yeah, we know.
Ever. And he's not a head case. It's because the media puts this stamp on him.
Guys like Cockholm
says he's a head case. And it's like, hey, take a receiver who fucking cares. If your receiver is not going to your quarterback and saying, throw me the fucking ball, like, what are you doing? I don't want a receiver who's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever you think.
Again, it was one game.
Here's a crazy...
In fucking peewee football, the receivers are going to the quarterbacks and saying, dude, I was open. Why aren't you throwing to me?
Here's a crazy fucking stat before we go into our boldies and scories.
I spat all over myself.
Spitter.
Dallas Cowboys lead the league in passing yards per game, 275 yards. 275.5, by the way. New England is the next up with 249.7. Cowboys are a pass-heavy team.
Yep.
Who wants the first boldie or scory?
One last thing. Sorry, just this is if the Cowboys finish with the #1 offense this season, it'll be the 3rd time Dak Prescott's finished with the #1 offense, and only quarterbacks that have done it ahead of him are Tom Brady, and I can't remember the other guys.
Dan Marino?
There was 2 other guys that
Peyton
were
Manning,
like
maybe.
Joe Burrow?
Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
No.
Drew Brees.
Maybe Drew Brees was one of them. But anyways,
Brees could be.
This is the thing. People saying Dak's not a good quarterback. Only 3 other players have ever done that all time. So he's good.
So
he's good.
So if you want to look into it, just go ahead and check out our Dak Prescott paradox, the Dak Prescott paradox on the Cowboys.
Google Dak Prescott paradox.
And you
Can fan 5-inch hog. We will pop up.
That's like Google roulette right there.
Yeah. Okay, who wants to start? Pick, score, or bolds. Start it, and we snake draft it. That's how we always do. Anyone?
Yeah, I'll go score. I'll start score prediction.
Okay.
It's going to be, this is a race to 30 this week.
Yeah.
Especially with seeing how the Vikings in the last 3 games have only allowed 16 points on average. The Dallas Cowboys are going to ramp that up this week. It's going to be a race to 30. You bet your dang asses. It's going to be 34 for the Dallas Cowboys to 17. I'm saying they're besting them by 50%.
So the defense is going to show up.
Defense is going to show up, and maybe the defense shows up. I'm just more banking on J.J. McCarthy not showing up. So Cowboys 34, Vikings 17 for a Dallas Cowboys victory at home, keeping our playoff lives alive after the Green Bay Packers, after the Philadelphia Eagles have lost to the Raiders earlier that day.
Well, I'm a little less hopeful for the defense or positive on the defense, but I do think the Cowboys win the race to 30, and I think they get exactly 30. They get 3 touchdowns and 3 kicks, and that's going to bring them to 30, and it's going to be a close game. It might not feel close, but the score will end close. 30-24 Dallas Cowboys.
Which I'll take. Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go... I think, hey, we're all thinking the fucking 30-plus burgers.
We've kind of indoctrinated. And, I mean, the stats back that up.
We got to get to 30.
And the stats back up that the Cowboys' offense is good enough to get to 30.
Sometimes 40.
Sometimes 40.
Cowboys stats also show that the Cowboys allow a lot of points. So
this is true.
I feel it's going to be a 37-27 game.
That's a good game.
For the Cowboys.
It's an exciting game.
Okay. We know it's Cowboys. I mean... Either way,
Originally, I wanted to say 13 points, but when we look at the points for, points against, it's just not happening.
Even 17's crazy.
17 is a bold prediction.
Yeah, it almost is.
Keeping them to 17 is a bold prediction.
The only thing the Vikings have went, and again, it wasn't with JJ McCarthy starting, but they went shutout. Like they got shut out, then they shut out a team, and now what's going to show up? But the time they got shut out, they didn't have JJ McCarthy.
all of us went over, by the way.
All of us had the over because it was 47.5.
Yep. We're all over.
Vegas is going to stop that, though.
And
Vegas
it's close,
is gonna stop
but
that.
This is the thing. You can't say that unless you know what's being heavily bet.
Yeah.
Like Vegas only is going to stop that. The only reason Vegas would bet the under is if 70% of the people bet the over. If 70% people bet the under, then Vegas wants the over to hit.
yeah, exactly. They want the loser.
Okay, so I'm going
Now you're
to,
bold.
because I'll go off because Ant said, Adam has to go first because he always says I steal his.
Well, it's snake draft anyway, so you have to go
I know,
first.
so you keyed it up. Guess what? You teed it up properly. So I'm going to go offense. I thought about doing defense, but the fact of the matter is I want to see the Dallas Cowboys true wide receiver trio actually hit the field this Sunday. So I think George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, and Ryan Flanoy are all going to get a tud. And two of them are going to go for over 100 yards in reception. And Flanoy is going to be one of those two receivers that's going to go over 100 yards. Is that bold enough?
So all of them get a touchdown?
I'll get a tug, and two of them are going to be over 100 yards.
Which one did you say guaranteed?
Flo for sure is going to be over 100 yards.
Flo plus 1 over 100.
Ant doesn't like it.
I just say no. I think it's really bold. I think you could trim it, and it's.
I ain't trimming that shit.
I mean,
dog.
all the touchdowns
because watch Sunday. CD's ruled out, and Ad's Boldy's gone.
Well, if CD's ruled
Then you
out,
have to-
we're allowed one adjustment before the game. If
Okay.
CD's ruled out before the game, I can adjust.
Yeah,
Okay,
if
I
the
like that.
player is ruled out, then
You can adjust.
And my
You can
boldy,
tweak.
the tweak will be Jake Ferguson's not going to have a fumble.
That's too bold.
Wow, that's too bold. No, we can't allow that.
We can't have that. That's too bold.
Okay, well, my bold was actually going to be right up the alley. I was going to go, this was my bold, but you took it, and so I'll change it up. But I was going to go,
Safety.
Yeah.
this is the difference of how we think, Ed. I was just going to say Flo, GB3, and Lamb. Two of those three will have 100 yards, and that was my bold.
Oh, okay. That's not a bad one, though.
It's not bad, but yours is, you took it to the next level, and I respect
Just
that.
got to do it, dude.
Very specific.
Because if it hits, it hits nice.
So much more. So
it
much
hits hot. It hits hard.
Might do my first bet on that, my first parlay bet.
Doubt it.
Probably won't.
But now I'm thinking I want to go back to defense then.
Defense.
Actually, you know what? No. Special teams.
Defense!
Special teams. There's going to be a special teams touchdown. If this is bold enough, if I can just call out a special teams touchdown, I don't believe it's going to come from the kick return, but it always can with Turpin. But there's always the chance of a block that's picked up and rushed back.
So are you calling it? Okay, if you say I like this,
Yep.
a special teams touchdown that isn't Turpin.
A special teams touchdown, not Turpin.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I think that makes it bold. And maybe
It makes it bold, and I just want to give special teams some love.
maybe
you know?
you'll will it into Turpin having a touchdown. And
Yeah.
then we'll still be just as happy.
He just hasn't been the same since his neck injury.
Yeah, he hasn't we haven't had those big returns.
And here's the part. Here's the thing.
He's had great receptions though.
Yes, he's actually done some he's done a few things that have been absolutely solid. In the Eagles game, he had that really nice run. He was it the Eagles game or was it the Chiefs game?
Eagles.
He had that really nice catch.
Fumble recovery.
And then the
against
fumble
Chiefs.
recovery was huge. So Turpin's great. I just at this point, like you have a guy like that, he has to produce on the returns, or else he's kind of just taking up a spot, in my opinion.
You still need a return guy though.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he's not,
You'd rather have a guy who could return and catch.
So
he's
let
not.
me just say this. Okay, he has one bad year. You cut him, some other team takes him, and he had an off year, and now he's back to his
no,
normal.
I'm not saying cut him. I'm just
You
saying
said he's taking up a spot.
I'm saying he's taking up a spot.
You're saying he needs to prove himself.
Saying he has to prove himself. He needs to
Which I like. We got 4 games still for him to.
Yeah.
If he gets 2 touchdowns in 4 games,
yeah,
we're happy
We're
with that,
laughing.
right? I mean, even if he gets 1 touchdown
Yeah.
in the next 4 games. So you went offense J went special teams. Well, then I got.
You don't have to go.
Yeah, I got to.
You don't have to go.
Defense.
It's
You
fitting.
don't have to do
Defense.
You just don't have to do it.
It's fitting. It's fitting.
But go for it.
All right, Dak Prescott. Just kidding.
Defense.
Defense is going to. Well, like I said, they're holding the Vikings to 17 points. I'm calling it. The Vikings are only scoring 17 points. No, that's too specific. What can I go with? Give me a player. Someone give me a player. I need some backup here.
Savon Revel.
Savon Revel, first career interception. That's not it. Savon Revel's going to record his first career interception.
Okay.
Eber Cuck's going to listen to us. Overshown's getting his first sack. And our boy Wilson is going to have 10 tackles.
So
That's a parlay right there.
Logan Wilson,
10 tackles.
10 tackles. Savon Revel,
Interception. Overshown. Sack.
First sack of the year.
Sorry, say that one more time.
Savon Revel, interception.
Revel, ain't okay.
DeMarvian, Overshown, sack. I'm going to boost it down with Wilson, 7 tackles.
Okay. I like that a bit more than 10.
10's excessive.
10's fucking boldy for me.
10 was excessive. I got on a roll.
7 for Logan.
Logan Wilson.
7. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Okay. 7. Well, we got it. We got our boldies.
7.
We got our scories, and we are on to hosting those shitty fucking
AT&T Stadium, Sunday Night Football, Vikings. And the Dallas Cowboys just lost to an NFC North rival. I feel like this is our get back on track game because we never really thought, at least I didn't, and you could probably go back to our predictions at the start of the year. It was unrealistic that the Cowboys were going to beat the Eagles, Chiefs, and Lions. We got that loss out of the way. Let's start off. Let's get back on track. Let's hit this 4-game win streak. And let's get into this motherfucking playoffs.
Hell yeah, son.
And if you know anybody out there who believes in JJ fucking McCarthy, even though he's not a Michigan Wolverine anymore, if you believe in that fucking locker room meme guy who's going to come out and have a fucking game against the Dallas Cowboys at AT&T Stadium, you are absolutely out of your mind because George Pickens, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and my boy Ryan Flanoy are about to show up and show the fuck out. So I want you to look any Viking fan who's going to scold you in the face and you tell them to go fuck themselves!
That like a Chiron Bugatti. Get him. Office the best piece of daddy. Get him. This is why Dak is your daddy. Get him. Pick up his club, you a caddy. Get him. This is why Dak is your daddy. Now etching my patty and wrap it and bag it. Merry Christmas. The snow is on.